Coming up next, a channel that invites you, all you good people, up on a panel to talk about whatever you'd like to talk about. Stay with us. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Video Call-In Show, that show that invites you to be a live video guest on this program to talk about anything you'd like to talk about. We are on Sundays through Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sundays, however, is our panel show. The goal? Break Zoom. Goal number 2, have as many good people up here as we possibly can. Remember, be a good person. Come on up and chat. Tonight, I actually chose a subject for this particular stream, and it is, I'd like to talk about YouTube alternatives. If you are so inclined, then jump on. Joining is real easy. All you've got to do is hit zoom.us. Click on join a meeting, enter in that meeting number as soon as it asks for it. I will see you and bring you up on the panel. And of course, if you're bad, I will take you right down as well. But we will talk about that or whatever you want to talk about. It does not matter. This is the show that invites anyone, and you become the focus, the feature, and everything about the show. Let's talk about some people in the chat here. How are you guys tonight? Wendell Live, good to see you. Welcome. Doug's got his new channel, Live Windows Training with Doug Betts. How are you, Doug? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Mike Van Duzey with Creator Spotlight Show. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you as well. Hi, you woo. Always nice to see you. That's right out of Matt Christensen's. Always. I love that. I love that tag. Dawson Strickland, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you early. One of my early subscribers. Always good to see Dawson. Emmanuel Goffey, welcome to the show, my friend. As always, Jack, no? Good to see you. Hey to you as well. Rich, hello. Not a great gamer. How you doing? Is it me you're looking for? No. Well, no, actually, yes. I can't do a good Lionel Richie. I'm sorry. His voice and his name dropping is far beyond my capabilities. So, welcome to the show, guys. Appreciate you being here. Like I said, thanks. That was really an awful rendition, Jack. I can do so much better, but I haven't worked the pipes all day today, so they are a bit rusty. But appreciate that. Like I said, I want to talk tonight about YouTube alternatives, but not just YouTube alternatives. Let's talk about some other social media alternatives. As you might have known from my Wednesday show, Fucking Evil. Yes, I know, right? Wendell Live's reason I never bought one of his records either. Now, I did have Commodores, which he was a distinguished member. I will give him that, but no, his solo stuff, a little too sappy for me. But yeah, social media. It's come to the point. Hello, Patty. You are one of the beautiful people, Patty. Not this mug, but hello. You notice how she separated that. Hello, all you beautiful people. Oh, and hi, Jim. Oh, yes. See, I understand who I am. I understand my shortcomings. I understand how I come across. I understand all of that, arguably too well. But anyway, my Wednesday show of last week. I know you didn't, Patty. I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun. Viewed this. How you doing, Tony? Good evening to you, my friend. But anyway, last Wednesday show was kind of or was it Tuesday? I don't remember. I'd have to look that up. But anyway, it was Fucking Evil, where I laid YouTube and Google out, and I haven't changed on that, by the way, but it got me thinking and got me searching actively for alternatives. I think I mentioned at the end of last week, I was talking about BitChute and BitTubers, and I've been to both of them. And it was this weekend as I was tossing back quite a few frosty cold ones that it occurred to me one of the reasons those alternatives are not taking off. They've got the right idea, but one of the reasons is they've got no sense of branding. I mean, BitChute, come on. YouTube was a genius name. It was supposed to say it all, and it did for quite a few years. Well, that changed, and now all it says is, uh, well, we won't go back into that. But I tell you, BitChute and BitTubers, and what are some of the other ones? We can talk about some of the other ones. I just don't know what they're saying to me. Those are names that are not going to appeal to the masses. Now they should. Now it's not YouTube. It should be. How you doing, Jesse, by the way? Good to see you, my friend. It's all in branding. And if you're not branding correctly, if you're not thinking about appealing to your audience, what should be your audience, then you've missed the boat. And when you start throwing in crap like bit this and bit that, people get lost. Only those who remember Napster and its fallout and had to fall out to BitTorrents and still steal their music and videos and whatnot, they get it. But the masses won't. The masses get YouTube, absolutely. And they also get the eclectics, right? Especially the eclectics that turn into verbs like Google. Hey, just Google it. Well, that's not really a verb, but I guarantee you, if it's not already in Merriam-Webster, it will be soon. So what that says is you've got to think seriously about this. Have I picked a name that could conceivably become a verb? I better have. Champworks Garage, how you doing, my son? Good to see you. YouTube does roll off the tongue easily. Have I gone overboard on that one? I was just talking to my boy, and he says, yeah, you keep passing me up in the chat. And I said, I know, but, I know who you are. Oh, how you doing, Nora? Northern Ohio Railroad Action. How you doing? Good to see you. Drone King's in Darwin. Brad's in the house. Yeah, Google, YouTube, Kleenex, Sawzall. These are all names that became verbs. And I guarantee you, they may not have known that they were going to become verbs. I don't even know if Kleenex would be included in my little diatribe here, but Sawzall said, we gotta name this thing what it actually does. Oh, that's friggin' brilliant. Why didn't we think of that? Now, the other ones like Google, what happened there was that on Kleenex was that they just cornered the market and then they became the standard. Google, on the other hand, they dominated the market because they actually built a better search engine than most of the other ones. At the time, I think there was Hotbot, Alta Vista, even Yahoo, which just fell down on the job. Yahoo had such potential, but what those are names that are so eclectic that they make, sense. But you get too deep into geekdom and you're going to lose 60% of your audience, guaranteed. So, web crawler. Oh, I remember web crawler. I do. Yep. There are so many. Yes, Sawzall. Sawzall is a trademark for the reciprocating saw, the portable reciprocating saw. Absolutely. Sawzall. Yeah. Well, for anything to take off when it comes to branding, you've got to name it in such a way that it's so eclectic you can't stop. Yeah, I know how you will. Get on the show and rant because I'm doing a hell of a job of it myself. I got one in waiting, and as soon as we get a couple up here, I'll open up the panel. But remember, this is wide open to you guys. This is not one of those invitation only. You guys are all, and you don't have to say a thing. You can come on and you can just show your pretty face, like yeah, and not like this one, but like so many others. You don't have to say anything. There's Angel Munez Variety Show. How you doing, Angel? Angel's actually in the wings. We've got Crab Mac Dad makes me watch. How you doing, Adam? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. But yeah, you've got to brand with your audience in mind. And if you're not totally descriptive, that's why I actually named this show the way it was. You wouldn't believe how many variations I went through. Oh, oh, Nora, you should, yeah. You wouldn't believe how many iterations I went through before I actually chose something as in your face as the video calling show. I mean, I went through all kinds of different renditions of that before I landed on it. And the reason I did land where it was were several reasons. Several reasons. I'll name them real quickly because now we've got people jumping on. One, I wanted the moment you read it, you'd know exactly what it was. All right. And it was something that nobody was doing. There's no video call in. I mean, if you look, there are a lot of channels that call themselves their title video call in, but nobody calls in. But I also wanted on notifications for it to come across the right way, not across. And made for a logo. So, all right, let's open the phones, so to speak. Alrighty. Boom, boom, and boom, and boom. And let me hide myself. There we go. And let me call up Le Panel. There we go. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Doing well.
Good. Doug?
Okay. Yep, I think I'm on now.
You are on now. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm just fine. Mike, how are you?
Doing good. How's everyone?
Good.
Doing well, Mike.
How you doing, Not a Great Gamer?
Maybe we can talk all night. Meatloaf.
Oh, so we've gone from Lionel Richie to Meatloaf. I love it.
Yeah, and that wasn't good singing either.
Mine was horrible.
It's very hard. People don't realise when you got to get into that head voice, you got to put a bit of diaphragm support in it. And that's effort, man.
Oh,
I ain't doing all of that now. Oh.
I hear you. Bob Dip, how you doing? Welcome to the show, my friend.
Hello, everyone. By the way, hello, Liquid Metal Terminator. Doug, wherever he's gone, he's gone. Hello, Spotlight Show, and hello, Angel.
I think Doug's going to do some more chores. Oh no, he's back.
Whenever I see him in that kitchen, I think of the kitchen scene in Terminator 2 as well, and I'm like, I wonder what his arm's doing. You know, where he's got that knife out, and I'm like, sorry, he really does look like Robert Patrick. Every time I see him, it takes me back.
You gotta watch Doug every minute.
I do. I actually do. I'm mesmerised. I have him on full screen view right now. I don't really, Doug. Sorry, I'm just scaring you there.
You had me on what?
I was saying I had you on full screen view, but I wasn't.
Full screen.
Yeah. You can't even do that, can you? Oh, you can.
No, I don't think you can.
Oh, you can.
We can't put ourselves on full screen or.
Not from the show's perspective, but
no, but for yourself you can.
Yeah.
Self.
Yeah, just on locally. Mm-hmm.
If you hover on a name, yeah.
Yep. Well, what do you think, guys? Am I wrong in my assessment?
Well, I say mostly you're right, but it all depends on what the alternatives offer. Because I've joined a few other alternatives, channel, the websites that YouTube is like, but like I've joined BitChute, I've joined a few others, but they don't offer the live streaming capability that YouTube does.
That is true. Anyone else? Anyone else tried any other alternatives?
I have no friends and no followers on this streaming format, let alone going to another.
Sure you do. You actually have more subs than I do, if my memory serves.
Hey, Ohio Railroad action.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you, Nora?
pretty good. You guys hear me okay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we hear you fine, Nora.
Yep. Absolutely. You porn. Well, crap. My dad makes me watch. Yeah, that's that is an alternative, but I don't know if it's the right kind of audience. They probably
Is
won't.
that really a channel?
You porn? I think it is. Crap. My dad makes me watch. Is that a real channel? You porn? Even still, they wouldn't.
Everybody is watching. Raise your hand.
Yeah, they wouldn't watch my show.
We'll see.
What's that, Mike?
Isn't
Look,
you porn actually is just a mirror, isn't it?
Oh, I have no idea. Zero idea. Hey, Stacy Morgan, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Was blind? Good to see you as well. Bob Dip. Did I say hello to Bob Dip? How you doing, Bob? Jim Tube. Oh, I like where your head's at, Bob. He says we can have Jim Tube. Oh, I love that. But I'm biased. You guys don't seem like you like it.
We love it. Is it going to be free?
Yes, absolutely. Free platform, immediate monetization, total,
Awesome.
yeah, total advertiser control over what content they want to advertise on. 24/7 VCIS, absolutely, Drone Kings, absolutely. How you doing, Manic Magic? Good to see you, Trevor.
Well, y'all know that you remember just a couple months ago, IGTV was supposed to be the YouTube killer. You know, that came up and everybody was going to jump. You know, all the big creators were saying they're going to go over there. IGTV's like, we want to work with creators. We're going to try to figure out monetization. And it lasted like about 2 months.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened to that, Mike, by chance?
They would have got bought out. I guarantee
They
they
went-
would have got bought out.
They went all in on freaking vertical video, which sucks.
Oh,
And everybody said, yeah, they were trying to tell people everybody was too goddamn lazy to turn their phone horizontal. They said, so vertical video is going to be the next thing. And everybody's taking their, you know, instead of like creating double content, they're taking all their videos and squashing them down to this. So all of you, you know, everything was like a talking head video and people didn't like it. They didn't monetize for anybody. And then they got crap for search for discoverability. There's no way to like go in like YouTube and say, you know, how do you cook an egg or something? And anyway, you know, so there was this big thing, everybody was going to leave. And then it was like, you know, 2 months later, they're like, this is not working. And now IGTV's trying to backpedal and now they let you do horizontal video. And so that you can upload, you know, and you don't have to like go through the pains of trying to, you know, make 2 different formats.
sure.
But they haven't fixed all their other stuff. So it's, you know, I think you can upload like videos from your desktop now. You know, everything was a little different over there.
Yeah.
But you know, that came out and everybody was so eager to jump off YouTube. You know, they're calling it a YouTube killer, and then all of a sudden it just like went nowhere. So and that's part of Facebook. You know, so if that's like number 2 trying to do it, you know, who else like has a chance to, you know, get out there and, you know, and actually compete with them?
Yeah. That is the thing. It will take money to actually crush YouTube. And man, that whole vertical video, that was a faux pas on a monumental scale. That is somebody, whoever decided that was the direction. That's somebody who was not paying any attention.
Exactly.
Wow.
I'll tell you what I have been paying attention to. The size of your bloody vape.
Oh,
You could power Woodstock with that freaking thing.
well,
Look at it.
it is gas powered. I have to start it every morning.
Ridiculous.
It's running right now.
8,000 volt DC or something. I don't.
Well, it's funny too, because I'm only running it about 40 watts.
That means nothing to me.
Oh,
I smoke real cigarettes, so you're going to have to give it to me in what, BTU, I suppose?
oh no, that wouldn't help either.
Thermal heat output? I don't know.
No, that's not how it works. It's the amount of power that you're putting into the coil to vaporize the liquid.
Ah,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
I
and you know, 40 watts is very, very low. This thing has a capability, I think, about 150 watts, but I don't have any need for that. So
You and Viewed Dish should get up and have a vape off.
Vape off. Hi Woo. It's real easy. You see those numbers in blue, the letters and numbers in blue. Go to zoom.us, click on join a meeting, and then enter that string of numbers when it asks for the meeting number, and
The
you'll
number's wrong.
pop
num-
right up. It's not wrong.
It
There's
is.
no way.
I swear before Jesus Christ himself, that number's wrong.
No, I didn't have no problem.
It's missing a 9.
Missing a 9?
Yeah. 192.
Oh, it is.
9. Thank you.
Holy
Dora.
sheep shit.
Woo! Ric
Did you
Flair
guys-
style.
Yeah.
The one down in the description's right though, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one in the description is right. It's actually 993, so it's 9993, not 993.
Sausage is 1, everybody 0.
Yes, mark one up for the sausage.
It's always the way in life. I'm always bloody
I
right.
am fixing that as we speak.
Hey, gas station TV.
Yeah, P just came on. Andrew Frying Pan, welcome to the show. We also have Outdoorsy Gal. Oh, good to see you, Chrissy.
Christy.
There's gas station. How you doing, Anthony?
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Alright.
Not much. How you doing, man?
I am very well.
Good, good, good,
You
good.
know, you know, gas station, if you really did get gas for posting those videos, I'd ask you if you could fill my tank up.
I missed you, Angel. How are you doing?
I miss you as well, gas station. I have been doing well. I just haven't posted much on my own channel because I've just been getting situated in my new apartment, but I'm going to be doing more stuff more frequently here soon.
Excellent, man. Well,
And maybe in addition to that, you could fill up my subscriber base with the fuel. I love you, gas station, and I love everyone on here.
Careful what you ask for, Angel. You just might get it. Remember, we had this conversation already.
I'm going to tell you what will give me fuel, this homemade pizza that I made tonight.
Oh,
That's
awesome.
what I have. I made pizza for myself too.
Because I added sausage and pepperoni and a layer of cheese at the bottom and the top.
Nice.
I,
Pizza or cake?
All pizza all the time. Now the number's correct at the bottom of your screen. Thank you for pointing that out. Not a great gamer. I appreciate
Oh,
that.
you're welcome. I saved the day once more.
You did.
All is right in the
You
world.
did. This was going to crash and burn until that happened. I do appreciate it, man.
You can repay me by giving me some singing lessons in private.
Oh, you don't want singing lessons from me. No, no, no.
Worth a try.
I smoked for 35 years. I'm lucky to be able to talk.
Yeah, I'm smoking quite a while. It does mess you up, but so does vaping.
Are you still on cancer sticks?
What, me?
Yeah.
Woo! We get pictures on our
You know, gamer, if my pizza didn't have bowling sausages on here, I would slap this on the side of your head to have you eat it for breakfast.
Thank you.
That would be a,
I don't know how to respond to that.
nor do I.
Thanks. we get pictures on ours of terminally ill people. So on that one, I don't know if you can see it, but I got some woman losing her hair laying in bed. On this one, I got a family of bereaved people standing in front of a doctor who's looks sad and looking at them.
Oh, is that the warning on the side of the package?
It doesn't put me off. To me, they're just like collector cards. So I'm like, I'll have the set, you know. I don't mean it funny, but this is how I see it, and I don't want to go grim. My mother died in my arms of it. I still smoke. It's a choice. It's not going to put me off. But you are right. They are really bad for you. I mean, you've got a persistent cough, haven't you, when you smoke?
Yes, you do. You do. And I too have had friends and family pass from that sort of thing. But I've also known some people to live near and past 100
Wow.
who smoked to the end of their days.
Just
Yeah.
depends what your genetics are.
Right. And that was not an endorsement, folks.
Did you see that there's somebody in the waiting room for you?
I don't have anybody in the waiting room. I saw they were talking about Haiwu, but they're not in the waiting room right now. Let's have Joseph Grohl. Welcome to the show. We also have Shauna Marie Penny. And ladies and gentlemen of the round table, welcome to the show. Pleasure to have you guys here.
I better say hello to them. But ladies, there's so much easier on a PC.
Yeah?
It's just like a couple of letters, isn't it? And then it does it for you.
Hello, Joseph. Hello, round table.
Oh, there's Toledo Jess. Come on in, Jesse. Come on in. The water's fine.
Right. Toledo Jess. Toledo, if I remember correctly, isn't that some kind of ancient Spanish sword?
I don't know.
Hello, everybody. No, there's a city in Spain called Toledo.
Isn't that the sword? What?
I think there is a sword that was made there. That's called a Toledo.
Hang on. What Conor McLeod used in Highlander 1? That was.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm from Toledo, Ohio, so I would know about Toledo swords.
Let's have a look.
Interesting. I don't see anything on DuckDuckGo. Not sponsored.
Came from Highlander. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my God! How did I even remember that? There, yeah, he has the fight in the car parking lot at the start, cuts the dude's head off, and then stashes the sword above. He must have seen Highlander 1. It's an amazing film. There could be only one.
Sean Connery.
Yes, Sean Connery.
Mm.
Hello there, money.
I'll be damned. There's Toledo sword.
Yeah, I remember hearing about a sword. Toledo sword was made in Spain, in Toledo. I'm not sure.
Interesting.
That's where they trained.
There's also a steel company in Toledo called Toledo Steel.
Only reason I'm saying it's Spanish is because that's where Sean Connery was in Highlander, and it was his sword.
Yeah.
Well, I just put two and two together.
And there is a Toledo, Spain.
Yes.
We're actually sister cities.
Sweet.
Sweet, I guess.
Yeah.
Somehow, city council got together, had a party, and we became sister cities.
Mm.
Yes, Toledo Scales, been there forever. So the reason I came on was to kind of back you up about your vaping, because in September, Gold Rush Days, will be 3 years of not smoking cigarettes for me.
Well done.
Yes.
And let's see, I just turned 69. I smoked since I was probably like 15 years old.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Congrats to you, Jess.
Yeah, it is. So all the stuff you're hearing about vaping right now, again, tobacco companies don't want people to vape. They want you to buy their tobacco. So consequently, now we're having all these studies about how bad vaping is for you, this and that. That's bad for kids. And the reality of that is anything you ingest into your lungs in the form of water vapor, smoke, pollutants in the air that you breathe every day is going to do you harm. There was check this out. There was a study that says cancer actually happens by chance.
Yeah.
There's no
direct connection.
There's no direct correlation between like someone who smokes and gets cancer and someone who doesn't get it.
There is chances, though. You can statistically increase your chances.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
like, the chances are that you're going to get into a wreck if you're driving 120 as opposed to driving, a fatal accident as opposed to driving 45. So, yeah, it is not good to smoke. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody that hasn't smoked. And if you're vaping just to be cool, find something else to be cool with.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, they could have told us that, Jess, when we were 15, 16 years old, couldn't they?
Oh no, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, we smoked everything.
Oh man, did we ever?
I wonder, and that's probably how things. That's how they learned to smoke tobacco. Some 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 Neanderthal kid said, "I wonder if we can smoke this," and smoked it. Hey, this is pretty cool.
Neanderthal kids. That's something we never think about. We see we see the displays of cavemen and whatnot, and you don't see any like teenagers,
No.
right?
They probably didn't live. If they did, they ran away from home.
Well, yeah, and actually teenagers, they were that was middle aged.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's when you think about it, when you said that, you don't see a lot of pictures of little kids either.
No.
Because I mean, even in our country, in the early 1800s, and after we became more spread out, a lot of our kids died.
Mhm.
Which is one of the reasons farmers had so many kids. They had to replace the ones that died and had plenty of farm labor.
Yeah, had to replace the help.
Yeah, exactly.
I know that's a horrible thing to laugh at. I know, but
But hey, we progress.
yes, absolutely, we have progressed past that. Stacy, here we grow again. How are you doing, Han? It's been a while since I've seen you. Good to see you. Good to see you. You're more welcome to come up on the show, by the way. All of you are welcome to come up on the show if you'd like. This is one of
I'm
those where
already here.
I do not send out special links. That link is right beneath us. Head on over to zoom.us, click on join a meeting, and then that number, which is now correct in both the description and the lower third, and you will come up and I'll bring you up on the show. And you don't have to talk. You literally don't have to say anything. What was I going to say about that? Oh, I did want to make a point. Jesse, you were backing me up on this. And I also think that people don't understand these because there's something coming out of your lungs. One thing we have to remember that our atmosphere is made up predominantly of water vapor. And everyone takes that in. It just doesn't come out in the same form or is concentrated.
Right, it's concentrated. I mean, because when you exhale, you're exhaling vapor that you've taken in that's actually being expelled by your body also.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. That's stuff you're not taking in. Absolutely.
Right. And like I said, take a sample of the air you're breathing. I mean, I venture to say that what you're breathing normally walking around town is way worse than that coming out of the mod or the vapor that I'm smoking or Jim's smoking or anybody else is vaping. But again, if you're just doing it to look cool, find something else to look cool with. Put a nice hat on or something.
Roll some.
Shauna.
Hey, Shauna.
Hey, Shauna.
Hey, Shauna.
Oh, here we go.
Hello, Shauna.
Hello.
Yeah, roll some Pop-Tarts up in your sleeves, not a pack of cigarettes. Oh, wait a minute, that's not healthy either.
No, they stopped doing apple Pop-Tarts in the UK, the scum.
Oh man.
Jim, you always be my ice filling on my toaster strudel.
Icing on a toaster strudel. That was my boy's favorite. They didn't have those when I was younger.
I love those as a kid. Toaster strudels.
Oh yeah. Those had to be made from scratch back in the day. Now you can pick them up at any store. Oh, have you guys tried?
You can get that in store in the freezing department. But I just wish that Pillsbury sold the individual icings in its own package, because a lot of people use up the icing before they even get to their last toaster strudel.
True.
Has anyone? Go ahead.
I'm one of those people.
I'll tell you, I need to get something. Sorry, I'm being a bit silent. I'm using my laptop, which is just an integrated NVIDIA graphics card, and it cannot process this panel and your live stream at once. I'm just seeing
Mine too.
Can be tough. Can be tough.
So sorry if I interrupt anyone or cut out. I don't intend to. I'm just having quite a lot of trouble tonight on it.
No problem, dude.
Me too.
No problem, Mike, either. So have you guys tried those Pop-Tart bites?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nope.
Pop-Tart bites.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm English.
They're
What's the news there?
they are better than Pop-Tarts, dudes. I'm serious.
Oh, they are. Yeah.
How do you get them in and out of the toaster?
No, you just eat them like if you were eating a piece of candy.
Yeah, you just pop them in, man. They're
Ooh, no.
oh, they are so good.
No.
So
Oh,
good.
I gotta warm my Pop-Tart up.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, good idea. My wife says put them on pizzazz.
There you go.
There you go.
I like
I
brown
love
sugar
mine.
and
Brown sugar.
s'mores.
Mm. Never a fan of the brown sugar cinnamon
I love
Pop-Tarts.
brown
Nope.
sugar.
I ask a question, please.
Ask away.
Sure.
What the fuck's a pizzazz?
What's a pizzazz? It's a modern convenient KitchenAid thing that makes pizza and heats up your frozen foods. You just plug it in and it's a plate that spins around between two hot lamps and thaws everything out and toasts it nice and toasty for you.
Oh, something like a microwave.
No, not a microwave.
Kind of like an oven in a way.
Kind of like an open air oven.
Yes.
Okay, I know what you're talking
But it's
about.
cooked by the heat of the halogen lights.
Yes, it does.
But then
Ooh,
it
that's
goes-
And
fascinating.
what's really cool is like frozen foods. I don't know if you eat frozen foods, fried stuff that you throw in your microwave or your toaster or whatever. You put them on a pizzazz for a few minutes, man, and it toasts them up nice.
So those things that you get them chickens in that spin that are just getting heated by the light, that's called a pizzazz.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
you
I
talking about the
thought-
ones that are marketed by Ron Popeil?
Like what Rush has as their backstage drop, their stage backdrop. They used to have a big chicken.
Oh, the
one
rotisserie.
thing that I remember Ronco Peel would always promote where it would be his Showtime rotisserie where he said, all you have to do is set it and forget it.
Yep.
No, that's not it.
So if a rotisserie,
And I don't think it's Popeil either.
so if a rotisserie is heated by light, it's
Correct. Pizzazz, made by. I don't know.
While he's looking that up, hey Trevor, how you doing? Can you hear us?
How you going, guys?
You're
Right.
good.
Good to see you, my friend. It's been a while.
Backdrop.
It has
The
been a
best thing
while.
I- The best thing I can say is Google it.
Oh, there's that verb again. Duck, duck, go it.
Do an online search. How's that?
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Do
But
it
see,
on my
okay, and there's the rub. Why would you say 3 words as opposed to saying 1 word?
I know, dude. It's all in the marketing.
Right.
Yep. And that's
No.
where these alternatives are falling short, in my estimation.
Correct.
Yep. Got to be catchy. You've got to roll off the tongue.
Buddy Ed.
Ed, how you doing, man?
I'm doing really well. You, everybody?
I'm doing okay. My IBS is acting up a little bit again, but
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Hopefully it will work for you, Shawana.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and see the doctor tomorrow. So
Well, I hope it's good news.
You'll be in my thoughts and prayers, girl.
Oh, it is.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's just IBS or if it's part of pregnancy too. So
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Congratulations.
immaculate conception, by the way.
I
And
am.
it's shown- we won't go back there, my dear.
No.
Yeah,
I am engaged. So no.
I know. We know. Sorry, we know.
Can I just butt in and say something about who's not a good gamer? He does not need singing lessons. He's a very good singer. I seen him on Cab 7 one day for the first time.
Oh,
And
that
he-
might have been when I was
I
absolutely
watched the stream
petrified.
all the way through and twice.
Oh well, thank you.
I'd agree, Trevor. He's got some pipes.
He's
Yeah,
got
he
some
does.
pipes. He just needs to know how to set them out in place and get them working in the right way.
He can sing better than I can.
It's because I
Oh,
don't
he
warm up
is.
or anything.
Got some talent there. I reckon he could sort something out big time.
Yeah, he's got a.
Are you English as well?
Fuck off.
Yeah, he's from UK.
He sounds Australian to
No,
me.
no. I think she's asking about you, Trevor. Trevor's he's from Australia.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, we're
I'm
good
from
down
I'm
south.
from Australia, but
Down under, as we would say here in Canada.
yeah, I'm a down under. I've got a lot of friends from Canada, USA, UK, all over the
From
place.
Canada.
We're at in Australia.
Shall I
I'm
say
in South
something?
Australia, in the Riverland, which is right in the centre of where the river goes through Australia, and it's got a lot of orchards. Very similar to Colorado.
I wonder is that close to Shirley?
Yeah, okay.
Do you know who she's talking about, Trevor? We're Sharni Elliott from.
I wonder is that close to that Crohn's chick?
I do. Yes, I do know her.
Okay.
And she lives very close to where I live.
She's in Melbourne, isn't she?
No, I think she's in Adelaide. Which is
Adelaide.
where I'm only 2 hours away from her.
I think I know some prospectors there.
Hold on, I can check.
Isn't there an old mining district in Adelaide?
Not in Adelaide, but about 5 hours west of Adelaide. There's a lot of golding districts there. But there is gold districts down south of Adelaide close. And there was an old gold mining district up in Mount Barker, which is
You're in South Australia.
Yeah, there's more gold districts in Victoria. Close.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was thinking of something in the New South Wales area.
We've got gold all over. Like we've got one of the biggest capitals of gold in Western Australia. We have the highest growing rate of first-time millionaires. Like now, I think we've slipped to number 3, but we were number 1 for a while there of making more millionaires per capita through gold.
Well, I know this, mate. I want to come down there and find some of your Aussie gold and bring it back.
I bet you that's where I'd find my softball-sized nugget, Ed.
It's good.
When
good
we get down
quality
there.
gold. Good quality gold.
I'd like to get to Tasmania and New Zealand also while I'm down.
Tasmania is off the mainland, but
I don't know if you can see it here, but it says right here where she's from.
All right, and where does that say?
It says Adelaide.
Adelaide.
Yes, yes, Adelaide,
Yep.
which is right down in the centre of Australia. Because I do follow her channel.
I was on her channel once.
Right, yeah, I've been on her channel once before too.
Mm-hmm. Sharni's a great gal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that
for
she
sure.
is.
Is she at the hospital yet? Do anyone know?
She was
I
in
haven't
hospital
been following
yesterday.
her for a little while.
Mm.
In the last few weeks, I've been digressing. Like, YouTube's a big place, so
Yeah.
you got to sort of share your time around.
Yep. That is true. I didn't know she was in the hospital. Damn, I just found out
I
that.
didn't know that. I should give it some wishes.
I had
If
her on
that's
Twitter or Instagram, one or the other day.
Huh. I was
Alright.
off the grid all weekend long, so I didn't even know. I didn't know Simply Shannon is in the hospital as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Journey popped on a show last night for a couple of minutes from the hospital.
Is she doing okay?
Yeah, the Crohn's flare up, and so they're going to do colonoscopy today and kind of see if it was something that meds could help or if it needed further evaluation. But she might have got out sometime today.
Wow.
I can't imagine they're even fun either without being graphical on a stream like this, but
A colonoscopy.
I have to enjoy them often.
A colonoscopy is not fun. No.
Sounds like a giant pain in the ass, guys.
I had one.
Then bump.
I'm trying not to laugh. I get the joke, but yeah, talking
Wait.
about a university.
Yeah, wait till you have to do it every 10 years. It
I have one done. I have one done.
yeah. Actually, the procedure you don't even know, but it's the prep, man, that is awful.
Uh-huh.
I once had a lump come up on the inside of my bum, and this, I swear this before God as well, right? I was, 19 or something? So I went to the doctors and I was like, right, I got a lump up my arsehole. And he sent me to the hospital. So I went to the hospital and, oh, excuse me, Shauna, sorry. And I had to have a man put his finger all the way up my bum without no preparation, Jim. There was no preparation. He just put that glove on and I put his finger straight up there. I was like a cat in the headlights. Yeah. And I swear to God, it was one of the most awkward experiences in my life. And all it was, thank God, was I had somehow growing on the inside of my butt a, what you call it? Infected hair follicle. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Just
that's
relax.
Yeah, he gave it a little squeeze. But I'm just saying, that is that close to a colonoscopy?
No.
No.
No. That's just physical.
He was up there for a good 10 seconds.
Okay, well,
I had a very similar experience, and
Normal.
I did think I seen Jesus. I nearly blacked out.
Yeah, same.
using the whole fist there, Doc?
Oh my God, no, I'm not even joking you.
That's what you ask yourself. Because I saw when they do it, you swear that you've seen Jesus.
Moon River.
The white light starts coming towards you, and you're about to pass out.
I thought it was bad enough when the doctor had his finger up my derriere.
Derriere.
I am really having a hard time not commenting.
So many jokes, so little time.
The problem
There's just so many.
The problem is that as a male, you get nervous. You naturally clench.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like
Actually, bullshit. I do it on purpose.
Now it's TMI. Who said that in the chat?
not me.
I clenched too, to be honest. I did not enjoy that one bit.
And he didn't say relax or anything. He just drove himself. I'm not going to go into it, but I'm just going to say it was a nasty experience, and it's actually traumatized me.
Well, sorry to hear that, but you know the nice thing about it is that they're no longer doing that for prostate exams. They can check it in your blood.
Can they?
Thank you. Yes, absolutely.
Praise the Lord.
Not a great game. A cigarette afterwards.
Did you share a cigarette?
I had a straight jacket and was rocking for the next 2 days.
Oh man. All balled up in a corner.
I couldn't help it, Jim. I just had to come out, you know.
So to speak.
Yeah.
Make things 10 times worse. My stepfather was in the room and the doctor did it.
Oh, that is worse.
That is worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not
Well, my one adjusted. He had to push my balls out of the way. That was awkward. I'm not even gonna. Yeah.
About as awkward as hearing about it.
Yeah. I've just got a visual.
I got a visual my first troll, actually.
Oh, not a gamer. Are you 100% sure that you were at the actual physician's office?
It was an urgent referral letter because my doctor was worried.
Oh, they were passing you around?
He's like, you'll feel a little pressure while both his hands are on your shoulder.
Oh, this is not getting any better.
When I was 13 playing Aussie rules football, for those who don't know, Aussie rules football is a very hard hitting game.
That's a cool
and I got
game.
Yeah, it is a cool game. I got kicked fair in the nuts. And I had to go to I was having a bath later, and they started getting worse and worse and worse and swelling up. And I'm sort of like asking my mum, what do I do? Go to hospital. So she ended up taking me to hospital, and it got to the stage where I had about 3 doctors feeling my nuts, and I'm thinking, are they in rotation? Like I'm thinking, are they liking this a bit too much?
Here, let me try.
Oh man,
That's what it was like.
I could,
was a bit,
I could
and
see
I
it
was
now.
only very young, and I was.
Hey, hey, get in here. Get in. You got to feel these nuts over here.
I know. That's right.
Oh my
Oh, I wasn't very happy, really.
It wasn't the good kind, was it?
No.
What's
Oh,
the level?
our tires are firmly stuck in the gutter.
Oh man.
I
These
just wanted
wheels.
to, Wendell Hivison, is this where we have a commercial break?
Oh
Can I
no.
ask, is this like, is all of this kind of discussion too much for this, Jim, or are we allowed to discuss it?
I'm allowing it to go on. I don't care. What are they going to? What are they going to do?
Stop it. I'm making fun of it.
Yeah. What are
Can
they
I
going to
ask
do?
any-
Demonetize me?
Can I ask any
Kind of hard to do that, Jim.
Answer your question. What is it? Outdoorsmen.
What's that?
The weather over here. Someone asked me how is the weather over here. It's okay.
That's a good response.
Yeah.
It was
Very good.
It was very hot here all day. So.
Word Ventures, though, I have to say, Aussie Rules football is much better than the U.S. version
I
of.
think that could cause a few.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't watch pro ball here in the States. It's
Hang on, are we on about American football as in like what we call rugby?
Yes.
No, yeah, you have rugby. You have football also, but we have American football.
Yeah.
Are you talking about soccer?
Yeah, so
Soccer. Well, yeah, rugby's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
it's,
it is.
it's Australian football that one with the
Football is
post.
rugby.
It's
Okay.
got a
Round thing with
But-
black things run through it. It's called a soccer ball.
No, that's different Aussie rules.
Yeah. That's different than Aussie
Aussie
rules.
rules more's like rugby than anything, but it has 4 posts, right? One's closed and another one out.
But it's constantly kicking and bouncing the ball and handballing. So there's a whole heap of pressure factors. When I say pressure, means that the ball is continuously moving.
You're talking about this,
Right.
right?
No.
No, that's a
Only
soccer
one.
ball. That's European football.
So,
Or
what's the difference? What's the difference in the your football and our football? Are there,
It's totally different rules.
Mm.
The
no,
ball's,
the ball itself.
the ball is a plumper, plumper oval shaped ball.
Talking about this.
that's
That's
American
right.
football.
Yes,
That's American football.
Yes.
it's very similar to that, but plumper, not as pointy.
Kind of
Right.
like a rugby ball.
Yeah, similar to that, but a mixture of both. The reason is the American ball are more passing.
Right?
They're more aerodynamic in the pointiness for passing.
Correct.
Yep.
Football, Aussie rules football is plumper, but not as plump as the rugby ball because that's got to be more aerodynamic, but better to kick with. So it's all comes down to the science.
Something
Because
like this.
get faster. Adidas.
Similar to that.
They're all familiar with the oval ball, yeah, like similar to
Yeah.
that maybe.
Yep.
Okay.
I want to say hello while we're doing this to Grumpy Vlogger. I know he says he's going to be right back. Lloyd, good to see you. We also had Luke Duke come in. Good to see you, Luke Duke.
Oh,
Good
Jelly
I have-
Duck
I have
also.
a general.
Hello,
Who does? Jelly
Jelly
Duck.
Duck.
Yep. How you doing, Jelly Duck?
Hello,
And
Jelly.
Duck? No jelly duck.
Angel, thanks for your request on Facebook, by the way, man.
No problem.
Wow, that's the shortest I've ever heard you, Angel.
I
I
don't
like his laugh too.
Yeah, that was the shortest answer ever from Angel. Let's mark this day and time.
Yeah, my laughs. Who's that dog on Hanna-Barbera and the Rays? Yeah. My laugh's kind of like that, huh, Jesse?
Oh, he's
the dog.
Yeah,
what was
yeah.
his name? Snug,
Scrappy.
Smutley, was it?
Oh.
Mr.
Ma-
Smutley?
Yeah, I think that's something like it.
Yeah, because Scrappy was Scooby Doo's
Sidekick.
Sidekick, where Smug, he was on the yappy races.
Yeah. A lot like that.
From Daryl Barhammer, isn't it? Cartoons?
Hanna-Barbera, yes.
Yeah, that's it. Hanna-Barbera. I'm having an ice cream, by the way.
When cartoons were cartoons, man.
Oh, they were classic, weren't they?
Yes. I miss Saturday mornings.
Or back in the day when Popeye would kick the shit out of Adolf Hitler.
You can't show those nowadays.
No, you
because
can't.
Adolf Hitler's in there, so you can't show that.
No,
can't
you
even
can't.
say his name anymore. But here's one. Who's this? I'll save you, Nell.
Are you
Is that
in
Dud-
the middle
Dudley
of,
Do-Right?
Star Wars.
Yes.
Star Wars.
Are you in the middle of editing, Ed?
Yeah.
I can tell. I can see the footage.
It's an editing, Jesse.
I can see that.
What's that one from about 2-3 years ago?
No, fairly recent. Turbocharged in my 2-inch.
Nah.
But yeah, I do have stuff in there that old, unfortunately, like the beginning of our live show.
Don't mind me asking. What do you use to edit on? Like, what kind of software?
Program, Filmora 2.1.
Oh, okay. I have that.
Or Filmora 2.1.
I have that, and I have iMovie as well.
I like it.
I'm starting to progress on the Director 17, Power Director 17. I'm starting to learn how to do that one. They reckon it's supposed to be very user friendly and lots of effects.
I like your background work ventures. That's pretty cool.
It is awesome.
It is cool.
Yeah, by the way,
It's
you guys, this is Manic Magic.
It's Manic Magic, but I didn't change the name.
Well, I thought he looked familiar. But your background was starting to give me a flashback here and there.
Fractals do that to me too, Ed.
Different backgrounds.
I thought I was the only one.
Hey, Doug, what do you got a hand up for, man? Did you want to say something or trying to break in edgewise or?
Oh, no, I was just experimenting with things.
Oh.
So that sent you some kind of signal?
Yeah, it just shows up as a hand up like, hey, I need to talk.
Yeah, well, that's the way it was listed here, but I didn't see what happened. So.
Yep.
No, I'm just exploring.
Cool.
I want to press Jim's buttons. Hold on.
Hey, there's stuff to play with.
Press them, man.
What else we got here?
Yeah, look, now everybody's going into Zoom. Hey.
You can't.
Doug, what did you start?
At least come by for Saturday or something.
What's that, Ed?
To Gold Rush days. Take a
Oh,
little trip.
dude, I'm trying. I'm trying, but it looks like we might have a granddaughter all weekend long this time.
I'm bringing my granddaughter Saturday.
Oh, I'm not going to bring a pre-2-year-old.
Oh no.
Oh, perfect day.
I know. No, I can't do that.
Throw her in
No.
the water and let her float.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're born in water, or they live in water till they're born.
I know, but you're also talking about like a 5-hour trip in a vehicle that, away from her parents. She hadn't spent that much time with us, so I don't know if that would go over too well. We'll look. We'll still try it. We'll still try it. I'm not ruling it out. Let me put it that way.
I understand.
Believe me, I want to be there, dude. It's supposed to be wonderful weather. It'd be a perfect day to be in the creek.
I can't help it, but I gotta promote it a little every bit I can.
What's that, Ed? Gold Rush?
Yeah, Gold Rush.
That's this coming weekend, right in Ohio.
Yeah, at the Swank West property.
Right.
Do you know how my parents taught me how to swim?
Threw you in the water.
Yeah, they chucked me in the water just to either swim or drown.
That's it.
Yep.
There you go.
That's the way it used to be done.
My dad did with me with the end of a pier.
Yeah.
Hence
the reason the farmers back in the 1800s had so many kids.
Yes, dude. There's still time to call in, man.
I was just looking at the chat down there too. He just hit 1,200 subs as well too. So
Who did?
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Did he?
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations, Tony.
Go, Tony.
Good job, Tony.
Come on and tell a story about it.
I wish I could even hit 1,000. That'd be awesome.
We're missing story time with Tony.
I know. Don't reach too much for 1,000, Shauna. It really doesn't mean anything unless you're looking just for the community
I'm only
tab.
looking for the community tab.
Yeah. Because there is no money at
I
1,000.
got 154.
154 subs, Jess.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, man. When did you pass 150 or get past 153?
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know when I got 100.
I'm stuck at 450 for 3 weeks.
I probably lost some just now too.
Yeah, me
No,
too.
it seems like any live stream that I hit, just to go and check it out, someone subs me.
Oh
Yeah.
that will happen.
Yep.
Then
Someone subs me.
they'll unsub you.
Yeah.
A lot of times, if you don't go sub them.
No. No, I haven't lost any. They keep
supported.
They keep. I get that. Oh, I subbed you. I say, okay, thanks.
Thanks.
There's these Facebook groups that it says help small YouTube creators, and I joined one the other day just for something to do because I was bored, and it goes like sub for sub. That's all you can see on there.
Well.
Yeah.
There's a few
I had a
like support and sub for sub. Don't do it.
Nope.
No.
YouTube will end up just taking them away from you.
Yeah.
Whether it's not now, it's later.
Or closing your channel altogether.
That's it.
I'd rather just grow on my own and have supportive fans that will.
Organic growth
Exactly.
is the
Hey, Anthony, are you close to your microphone? Because you're real low, dude. You can-
Are we better now?
Oh yeah, that's better. Yeah, it's hard for you to break in when it was that low, dude. And I watched you talking and stuff. It's like
Doug and Mike are just there being all quiet and kicking back and listening.
Well, I was gonna tell her about the sub for sub. That's just gonna ruin your metrics. I mean,
yes,
because
it does.
You're gonna have
Oh, I
subscribers
know.
subscribe to your channel that are
But
not
Nora.
getting watch time.
Wait, hang on, sorry for a second. Nora, you've been trying to say something for a minute.
Well-
I've seen you. What was you going to say, mate?
Well, I just want to, do it. Here's what I'm learning is YouTube will only allow you to have so many followers. So if I, follow everybody here on this live stream, I know actually there's a limit, which I don't understand. I thought we were supposed to hear.
7 million?
it's a progressive limit. In other words, you can only have so many per how many you have. Otherwise,
That's exactly right.
yeah, because it looks like you're spamming on the other side trying to gain subs in a way that's not correct.
Because in the early days when I was following Pusa channel a lot, I was getting my limit all the time because there was so many new people that I could follow if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And
Good
I
night,
was hitting the limit all the time.
good night,
So what I
Lloyd.
was
Thanks for
saying-
being here, buddy. Appreciate it, man.
Are you
Tim
saying
Timmons,
it's a
welcome to the
limit
show.
on how many people you can subscribe to?
Based on how many that you are have subscribed to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
It's a sliding scale. It like follows you.
Yes.
Because there has been many times whenever I tried subscribing to someone who says you cannot subscribe to this person because you are subscribed to more people than what you have on your channel. So like, let's say if I was at 10,000 and I had subscribed to 50,000 people, it would probably give me that message.
Well,
Yeah.
how does it work for people who are not content providers?
Correct. Yeah, that was.
They
my
don't
question.
publish at all.
Well,
I
well, see, here's the
think
thing.
so.
It's not 1-to-1. It may not be 10,001 and they cut you off because I know that I was subscribed to more people when I had double-digit subs for sure. So it's a sliding scale and it catches up, right? Yeah.
I think what Doug was asking is this is a rule more for content creators, not for a regular viewer on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they probably give a little bit of slack if you don't have any content and they know you're going to subscribe, and they don't really care because you're not looking for subscribers. So that may be part of their
Well, that's probably why I don't have that problem, because I
right.
don't have that many subscribers, and I think I have more subscriptions than I have subscribers.
Right.
But I don't put out a lot of content, if any. I got a little bit, but
Yep.
Well,
most of it.
well, my fiance is subscribed to me, but he has no content.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
8 months ago when I first started, I had no content because my disability was a lot more progressed. Then now that I've recovered extremely well, I wasn't able to navigate the computer and do all those things because I had a stroke at the time. And so I had no content for some months, but I had contacts with, say, the Canadian Drone Hub and different areas where they were always obliging to subscribe to me. So I had that many subscribers without any content for a long, long time. And then eventually it slowly caught up with me.
Yeah. Yep, it does. Hello, Electronic Circuit World RSR. Good to see you here. Tim Timmons, good to see you as well. Yeah, so it's
okay,
not.
I'm on the audio now with my phone.
Oh, wow. How you doing?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've actually had to do this quite a few times in some business conferences with some folks who couldn't figure out Zoom, so they would just call.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, true story.
I'm wondering if it would help out with somebody who's got a slow internet connection.
Or not a very good mic on their PC.
Right.
Hello,
I
Two
didn't
Family
realise I had
Homestead.
my crap mic.
I'm
Is
not
my
pointing
voice
you
coming
out,
through better now?
Anthony.
To be honest,
I'm singling you out, dude.
to be honest, I think I'm pretty much equal with people that are with me with the number I have compared to how many I'm actually.
Yeah, I bet there are people out there that have actually tested it throughout their career just to find out, where it hits and then matches, because there's got to be some sort of like I said, sliding scale. When you first start out, you can subscribe to tons more people than you actually have subscribers.
I was hitting it all the time because I was hitting a circuit
Mm.
of that many channels and connecting with so many people. And what I was bummed out so much is there was a lot of good channels that I did really want to follow, and they wouldn't allow me to. YouTube.
By the way, Trevor, happy to hear you're doing so much better. I mean, that when you came on my show, that must have been right after those problems.
Yes. I was still experiencing some level of problems then.
Mm-hmm.
That was about the time when I had more confidence on getting on a live stream, because for a while there, I wouldn't even go onto YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I had such a stutter. My peripheral vision was really whacked. Like on my left-hand side of my eye, I couldn't see the left-hand side of my screen. So I couldn't pick up what people were saying to me in chat. And even when I eventually went onto live streams, there was so much information, comments I was losing from my own subscribers.
Mm.
Now that I have a big screen, a 65-inch, and I've got my camera right in front of me, and I've got the chat right on my right-hand side of my eye of the camera. So my right-hand side of my eye picks up chat, where if I had it on the other side, I wouldn't be able to read chat.
I see.
So I have a preferential problem in my left-hand side eye. Only half of it can take up any of the words. So I've adapted my whole studio to cater for my handicapped needs, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Which even though that it's slowly developing into full recovery, I
Mhm.
still do have some symptoms.
Well, I'm glad you're working through those, bud. I was actually lurking on one of your test streams not so long ago. You're doing some pretty cool stuff with your videos as well.
It's only a tip of the iceberg. I've eventually filled up this stream deck.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just want to do a few special effects on it
Mm-hmm.
to add to it, and that's about it. but there's a lot more that I can do. But I may have the bells and whistles coming very soon on my channel, but I'm really now concentrating on the content to add to it, so I can basically have my cake and eat it too, because there's a balance. You can have all the bells and whistles, but if you don't have the content of seeing me, it's pointless. And being able to create my art and my drone flying and whatever I want to do.
Yep.
I want to make sure that the content is what sings the highest, and the bells and whistles are still there just to add to my channel, because it is starting to look really, really magical.
Yeah, good
And
point,
I've
man.
got so many tricks that I'm going to add that YouTube hasn't seen,
Mm-hmm.
where I'm trying out new things, and a few other people out there have tried out some of my ideas, and they're working very well for them too. Where that's fine, that's great, because I'm a person that helps people out and shares. See, my talking and everything is part of my disability. Everything goes around in my head, and I just can't stop sometimes. So stop me at any time.
Well, now's a good time, because I want to welcome Tony. How you doing, Tony?
I'm doing
What's up, Tony?
Hey, how's everybody doing? Let's just say hi to everybody. Mike, what's going on? Doug, are you doing? Are you the guy who does the chores? You do the housework while you're on? No.
Yeah, Doug.
All right, Nora,
Doug,
what's going on?
Doug, you got your mic muted, bud.
Good to see you, brother.
I'm
Gamer.
glad that
What's up, you dish?
How you doing, brother?
Sorry,
glad
mate.
that you stopped Tim Jim, because I was starting to get tired under my blanket here.
Yeah. Don't worry, trash. This is here now, Angel. You're all right. Ed, what's going on, brother?
I wanted to ask you something about your Wednesday show.
Manic Magic.
Can before you do that, let me address Tim Timmons. He says, I think YouTube is trying to be the new Hollywood, and they are secretly trying to brush us off to the side, and that's why they do what they're doing. Yeah, if you watch my Wednesday show, that's exactly what I was saying, that they're going down the MTV route, right? MTV was music television. They scrapped that entirely to show a bunch of dumbass teenagers who are pregnant, and we get to see their lives. Well,
So-called reality shows.
yeah. I think YouTube. Tim is exactly right. I think YouTube is doing the same damn thing, because you follow the money.
Hulu and Netflix, they're becoming a streaming platform like that instead of a creator platform.
Right. Jesse, before you get your question, Hazelite Siren, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Go ahead and
That was a siren.
go ahead and ask your question, Jesse.
Well, I've been watching and following your show since just a little bit after you started, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you never seem to have any problems with trolls. But yet,
Oh, that's not true.
well, I mean, not like Thursday and Friday.
No.
I've seen someone come on his Friday night panel like this, and it got out of control, didn't it, Jim? Where there was a guy coming behind him, and
they were fighting.
They were fighting and everything. You had to get him off.
That was awesome. I'm still waiting for that.
Oh, geez, I missed more shows than I thought.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. But that wasn't really a troll, because he was just sitting there.
In such a way. I think he was lying a lot.
Yeah.
I think he was lying of his status. He was just big noting himself. So he was a different kind of troll.
Yes. Well, while we're on that subject, let me go over, because I have all of my trolls memorized. My first troll came on in the chat, and if you watch, in fact, I made an entire video on my first troll. It was hilarious, because I just responded to, like, the only one in my chat, and I responded to him. He just, no, I'm a troll. It was fantastic. I've also had some people come on, and some of you guys will remember this, where they were just telling outlandish stories that no one would ever believe.
Are you talking about me?
No. Tony, we never believe your stories, but no, I'm kidding.
Outlandish is normal.
Yeah. And then I've had a couple people who have tried to get on the air, but they haven't. One guy did N-word, and I cut him right off. Another.
I remember that one.
Yeah, you guys have heard about the prepubescent berries on the moonshot that I got, but that didn't make it there. Were you?
You were quick.
Yeah, but we didn't get on the show. He didn't even get on there. All I saw was like a bedroom ceiling, and I thought, oh, this can't be good.
That was the same night that guy with about a kabillion subscribers, so he said, was
That,
talking.
that was the
one
guy
where
that
they
was
had a
full of
fight.
shit. Yeah,
He's full of shit.
that was the guy who was totally full of shit. And then, then I had masturbation guy on last
Oh,
week.
yeah.
Yeah, that like what makes you happy? Oh, masturbation. And then he drops off. It's like, come on. Then he came back on the show, and again he was full of shit. He was just
He
talking
dropped out.
out his ass. Yeah, so I cut him off, and then he had a buddy come on who looked like he was trying to be Antifa. I didn't even let him on the air. So there've been a few, Jesse. There have been a few.
Damn, I missed them. You should do a compilation.
I'm going
Didn't
to.
you just have one Thursday night towards the end of the show?
Yeah, that was the masturbation guy, and the Antifa poser.
Yeah, he's the one that came back on Friday.
Yes.
Right.
I let him back on, and
Right.
he started out pretty reasonable, and then he just got stupid again.
Then he went to
See,
Antifa.
you're a nice guy, Jim. You give them a little bit of rope, but usually they hang themselves.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You forgot your other troll. First of all, you forgot one.
I did.
Yeah, that's me. I've been trolling your ass since like fucking February.
Well, that's true.
No.
Dude.
When I said hello to everybody earlier, I missed gas station TV. I was just getting to him, and then Jesse had a question, so I backed up. But I wanted to say hi to Anthony.
Oh, blame it on me.
I'm sure you've been saying hi to me since I got here, but you got that fucking shitty microphone. So
So sorry, man. So sorry.
all right. I feel like I
don't
boosted
think I
your
said hi
balls.
to you,
Is that
Tony.
bad?
I apologize.
That's one.
What's that, Shauna?
I said I don't think I said hi to Tony, but I apologize if I didn't.
Oh, hello, Sean. I think I missed you as well. I'm sorry. I think you were reading a book or something. So I
And we've got to say hello to Stacy Morgan. How you doing, Stacy?
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Good to see you, man.
Hey.
Stacy. What's up, brother?
For the body.
The famous creator.
I love you, Stacy. You and everything on your wall is awesome, and so are you.
Oh, Angel, you're beautiful, buddy.
I think Angel wants you to nail him up
I
on
can
the
give you a
wall.
slice of my pizza to put up that wall. You might have to spray some Febreze all the time to prevent the pepperoni from creating a stink.
Oh, my angel. Oh, my.
Angel, I'm going to put together a compilation of yours.
Yes.
Yes.
Why don't you do that? Compilation of the funniest moments that I've created on this channel with my humorous jokes.
I should. And in fact, when I have a 2 or 3 extra months, I'm going to do exactly that.
You could probably do an hour's worth of different laughs.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
That'd be
there's another one.
Tony looks so serious tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to say hi to my friend who's 13 and a half hours in the future as well. He's over there fucking crying that I'd say hi to him. Hi, Brad. He's trying to get the panel covered first. You know?
From Australia.
Yes, Brad.
Hey, these Aussies, they're pushy people. All right.
Oh, yeah. I take all these into
Epic adventures.
bandwidth, I do.
How are you doing, Awesome Epic Adventures? Good to see you, my friend.
More Aussies.
Excuse me, guys. I just had a humongous burp come up.
Oh, that's okay.
That's okay, Angel.
The taste is good though on the way up. Is
You know, Not a Great Gamer changed his name to Not a Great Burper.
How so?
Jim, how do I change my name back to Manic Magic?
Oh, my ear.
You should be able to in your settings, Trevor.
All right, I'll work on it.
When
Okay.
you first log on and you see your own video on the screen and it says, "Do you want to join all that?" If you scroll down, there's a box and you can erase your name and then put Manic Magic back in. That's what you say.
I just wanted to get onto the show, so I was happy with
No,
that.
that's cool, man.
And we are happy to have you, Trevor. It's good to see you. Trevor was one of my early guests way back when, and for actually a couple times, you and RJ Farmer. How's RJ Farmer doing, by the way?
TJ.
Oh, TJ, I'm sorry. Bad memory.
JT, sorry.
JT,
I even said it wrong.
I don't feel so bad now.
I don't feel so bad.
Worst memory.
He is going very well. In fact, I've spoke to him in private the last couple of days. He's just been farming a lot with his grandpa, and he's working hard at it. He's got lots of videos up his sleeve, and he'll present them very soon.
Very good. Very good.
He's done very well, and he's still the same gentleman that he ever was. Very polite.
He's a good kid. Very good kid.
Who's that?
You.
The Colorado farmer.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, here's where I call you out for not watching my videos. He was actually on the show.
Is he like 15?
He's 12.
12, yeah.
Okay.
I think it'll be 12 for the rest of
You
his
were
life.
in the chat that night. I was probably on the show that night, Jim.
I think it was 12.
Maybe.
I think it was 12 months ago, so I think it'll be 12 for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I think that's what he uses.
I remember him now. He was a very young kid.
Yeah, best part about that show is green screen fell down, toward the end of the program. That was awesome.
He had it. He had it. 100-mile-an-hour tape.
Yep.
What do you call
Duct
it, there,
tape.
Jim?
Duct
tape. He had it duct taped to the ceiling, right?
Yep.
All rolled up like it was. He showed the camera in private chat. It was like he had some dead body or a canoe, a cocoon up there. Like he had wrapped someone up in like a moth. Like I was going to call him Mothman. And I could see it in private chat. And I could understand why it fell down. It was so redneck. It was classic.
All right, I got a question. Where are you from, Trevor?
I'm from Australia,
All right,
South Australia.
You guys call it 100-mile-an-hour tape over there?
We call it all sorts of things, 100-mile-an-hour tape.
why
Because
the
you know
hell
why?
is it
Because
so
a lot of the rednecks used to use it on their cars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't
And
you-
at 100 mile an hour, the tape would stick.
but wouldn't you call it like kilometers?
Ooh.
No, because that's
that's
we
a
use
thing.
we use miles as a slang. Basically,
Poking us
American
Yanks.
sort of slang, like poking it at the Yanks. Yeah, the
That's
redneck.
a Canadian thing.
Well, that's what
poking it at the
that's what they
redneck.
call that tape in aeronautics.
100-mile-an-hour tape.
100-mile-an-hour tape.
Yep.
That's what it's
And I
called.
think that's where it comes from too. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a Canadian thing for kilometers.
We do kilometers too. Yes.
How many? What is 100 miles an hour in kilometers?
160. There's 1.6 to a
160.
mile.
Okay.
That's exactly
Good, good, good.
right.
160.
Don't jump
Doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
No, that's why we
It's
call it
116 kilometer tape.
Yeah, that's why we do it. Now you got it. That's why we say it.
Listen,
That was,
the reason
that was,
why
that was with my friend Alex when she's behind the wheel. She got a heavy foot.
when you use kilometers, it makes them feel better. They feel like they're going faster than they really are. So if we're in a zone over here, they're like, we're going 100. They're all excited about it. And it gives everything a bitch too, because everything seems so much further away. If it's 100 miles, oh geez, it's 160 kilos. I gotta travel to get there. That's okay.
Kilos?
Miles an hour. It's not gonna take you that long.
That's like 4.6 million on the street value.
Did Tony just say kilos?
He
Is
did.
that what you said, Tony?
That's a weight, Tony.
That's it, boy.
Was that-
The marijuana. That
Well,
was,
that too, but kilos is a weight.
Yep.
2 pounds approximately.
Or something like that.
It's not a kind of pudding.
No,
No.
it's a weight.
like you guys go by Fahrenheit. We go by Celsius.
Yeah, like most of the rest of the world, we like being
Did
different.
you know the story on behind how to?
We also use we don't use metric for our wrenches either.
No,
Not 13.
they've been trying to change us since I was in elementary school.
Same here.
Here we
You know
are.
how,
Same here.
Well, we
do you know the story of how Fahrenheit got started?
Or you go with your story. I'll tell you mine.
Well, you first. You're older.
Let me get this recorder.
Oh, age before.
First,
I'm going by you ladies first. I'm going to tell you about the miles. You go about the
No,
Fahrenheit.
you can. I'm more curious about yours than what I.
All right. So anyways, let's fight all night about who's going to tell this story. I
heard that Miles was only a made-up thing from some queen or something. She just picked a number, and then they worked it out from there, the conversion rate. And
it was like 100 years ago, or
like 100 years ago,
160 kilo years.
Yeah, and certainly there were some trees and some rocks and maybe some streams involved in figuring out how long a mile actually was back then.
That's right, exactly. So it's only a made-up number. It's not no science involved in it, they claim.
I thought there was science. I thought the Romans measured out a mile using a wheel.
Hey, Gaffa.
I thought they used cubits back then.
Yeah, you did. Apparently,
I thought the original mile was. I thought the original mile was defined in lengths of furlongs.
It was a green mile, the original one.
Furlongs. Yeah.
No,
a cubit is measured from your middle finger to your elbow.
Hello, our Conklin Art. We also have Gaffa Haynes, and we've got Heaven Gates Cherry Farm. Welcome, guys. Appreciate you being here.
Anyways, from how I figured, from what now I don't know if this story is really true or not, but
I'm not looking it up, and I can't go to bed thinking it might be true. I don't have time to look it up.
Anyways,
just remember,
there was this guy making thermometers, and this thermometer came out backwards. Instead of reading from 0 to 100 Celsius, it came out backwards, and it read from whatever it is in Fahrenheit, and then that's how Fahrenheit got started, apparently. Because the thermometer was messed up backwards.
Which would be 0, I believe.
Yeah. I don't have any way to confirm or deny that, but we'll go with that for now.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Now
Write that down, folks.
It has to be.
That's what my friend Paul told me, anyways.
Okay.
It was told today on your show, Jim, so it has to be true.
Everything on the internet is true.
No, my friend Paul found it out in school.
Oh boy.
I'm still having a hard time figuring out
why the internet up is down and down is up.
Yeah, well, why do you guys measure your gallons and versus liters with the gasoline? I've never quite understood why that was different. Also,
I don't know.
Twice much with gallons than you do with liters.
That's all part of the metric system.
It's Canadian.
It's liquid weight, actual weight, distance. That's all part of the metric system.
Because one liter is equal to 1 kilo.
Yeah.
No, it's true. A kilo of liquid.
No, he's right.
Is 1 liter of fluid.
Okay.
He's right.
Water.
I
1 kilo of water.
One more thing you gotta Google before you go to bed.
Yeah. Gamer's absolutely correct. It's not a kilo of liquid because all liquid has different absolute.
It's a kilo of water.
There is to it. So there are liquids that weigh more than other liquids.
Yeah, but he is right though.
Water weighs 7.2 pounds
so it's
per gallon.
One kilo per liter.
And if I remember correctly, a metric gallon is about 4.05 liters, whereas an imperial is about 4.5 to a gallon.
That's like 5 now. But,
You're right.
Look,
You're right.
America was founded on getting away from everything that was old.
Rebellion.
We were the bratty teenagers, and we said, no, we ain't doing it that way no more. We're over here. We started a brand new country. We're going to do new measurements, new weights. We're going to do everything our way. And there we are.
And now we're the codgety old people who refuse to give it up.
Yep.
What's mine with being Canadian then?
What's your excuse?
You're not American.
Never said screw you to the crown.
It's not SCE. That's why.
Right.
It's not standard Canadian equivalent. It's standard American equivalent.
I'm sorry. I'm Canadian.
No.
Sounds like something a Canadian would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Canadians are too damn nice anyway. No, I'm kidding.
I can't help where I was born to.
That is absolutely true.
That's absolutely right. None of us can.
And no need to apologize either, Shauna.
Oh, yes, there is. Yeah.
Zimbabwe, but don't
Beautiful country.
I mean,
friendly people.
you did give us
healthcare.
you did give us Jim Carrey
We
and
have
Brian Adams. You can
Take him back.
you can have them back, yeah.
And they won't take them back either.
I know.
Won't. That they will not.
But they also gave us Rush and Triumph. Some
Chris
really
Jericho.
good things has fallen out. What?
and Chris Jericho.
Okay.
True.
Oh, I know. I believe you. True. Totally believe you.
It's not a real good feel-good
Hey,
story,
Jim,
though.
you're saying American Woman.
Oh man.
Lenny Kravitz.
Who?
Yeah, the Guess Who. Yeah, it was the Guess Who.
Okay, they're Canadian too.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Another.
American Woman is about the U.S. during the Vietnam War.
Yeah, but it's kind of canceled out by Celine Dion.
You know,
Bieber as
Well,
well.
my fiance's on.
Justin Bieber. That's
I'm gonna
worth like
we need to
5.
have a buzzer
Fucking Nickelback, too.
Oh. That wipes out everything.
Is Nickelback Canadian?
Hello.
What?
Oh yeah, no, I just wanted to be polite and not interject and interrupt anyone.
Well,
so I
that's
thought
nice
if I
of you.
make a little buzzer noise, then people know, hey, shut the fuck up.
It worked.
Just interject. Anyway,
I don't like interjecting. I'm British, and I don't want
but
you.
you
to hate
did
us anymore.
interject.
I don't want you to hate us anymore.
Noise to interject.
Stop interjecting, sir. How dare you?
Speaking English is not an
That's
excuse.
all you got to do.
David, the producer, how you doing, man?
Hey man, the producer. Love you, man.
You know what? Fuck you. I ain't even gonna say nothing.
That you resized for me.
To
I
be
might
honest,
be-
like,
Gamer, were you saying something?
Yeah, David, my friend. Hello, welcome up here. Good luck getting a word in edgeways.
David, the producer, we've just learned if you want to get a word in edgeways, you have to start with.
Yeah.
So
Perfect. Perfect.
You just say something that's not going to work.
I'm just gonna sit here for the shit show and just step back. That's all.
Oh, Dave, the producer.
You have to wear those cool glasses of yours.
Jim, can you pinpoint when this turned into a shit show? You don't have to tell us who it was.
Honestly, no. I lost track of it about 45 minutes to an hour ago.
I need
Tony.
to print my screen. David's not wearing glasses.
I know.
Here's where I call all of you out again for not watching my videos. David, the producer, I just put up his guest cut, and it was the first one he's ever had on this show without glasses.
I seen it. I watched it.
I missed it.
I just called out.
How
I
much
called out.
shit I caught for that? You have no idea how many people have reached out and said, "What's with no glasses? Put the glasses on, asshole."
No, really?
I wear my glasses because of
I'm
David.
supposed to be wearing glasses right there now, but I'm not wearing them.
You forgot to do the so we're gonna
We have to disregard that statement.
Yeah, David, I called out everybody on Green Bay Wacky's stream too, but nobody caught it.
Yes.
I couldn't get caught stealing shit in that stream. I popped in there earlier tonight. I must have made 15 comments. Not one person acknowledged me.
I went in there, and as soon as David, the producer, went up there, I started hassling Green Bay. Where's my link? Where's my link? And all of that. Because I know it absolutely. He hates it.
He hates it.
I need to wind him up. He knows I'm not being serious because I was gonna pop on here at 3 o'clock, all my time anyway. But it was just I was sending it like 10 minutes before, so I know he was reading. He just weren't answering, and I love it. I love that dude. He's funny as fuck.
Yeah, I couldn't get arrested in the stream today. I tried saying hi to a bunch of people on panel, everybody. Finally, I was like, all right, screw this. And I left.
I had to stop talking. I was saying bad stuff, but nothing against anyone. It's just the panel wasn't agreeing with what I was saying. I'm like, okay,
Oh, yeah, well,
time to shut up.
I caught a few of the questions today. I don't know. I'm way too much of a mouth to sit when something like that's going on. I just enjoy the conversation, but I can't engage because I can't type that fast.
Doesn't help when they put slow mode on either.
That's brutal.
It is.
I gotta give Cabbage juice though. Wherever I am, whenever he sees me, he always says hello. I appreciate it when people do that. It's nice.
It is.
David, sorry, did you say something?
Hey, David. I just want to show David the producer something. You ready?
Yeah, ready.
Hi, Ed.
Oh.
Hey, see how easy that was? Where the fuck are you typing in the chat for?
You're such a jag. This is why I love you.
In my defense, I'm supposed to be wearing prescription glasses, so.
Hi, Tony.
Oh, how you doing, man?
All right.
Good. See that? Now we're all saying hi. It's like we're all
I know.
again.
It's like we're
This
all
is like
on the
real
same page.
life.
Almost.
I do have to say, since I won't do it in the chat, since you're such a jag off, Tony. Hey, how you doing, Mike, from the Creator Spotlight Show? Awesome to see you.
Oh, was he still here? Jesus Christ.
Hold on. That's not Mike from the Creative Spotlight Show. That is campaign manager.
Campaign manager?
Oh, that's right.
Mike Vanders.
What?
Yes.
Hello, David.
And John is running for president.
Campaign manager John 2020.
Oh, and I see Nora out there, and I see this is like with the magic mirror, and I see Tony out there, and I see him out there.
Every stomper dumper do. Tell me do. Has everyone went today? Had fun today?
David, the producer, doesn't see me out there.
Oh, I see Angel now. How could I not see Angel? There you are.
You'll hear him laugh eventually.
I know.
Jump in, Nora.
I know.
Just gonna do a compilation of Angel's jokes.
Nora, did you want to say something?
I'm sorry here. I'm gonna eventually start yelling and making noises just like Gamer. But I just want to say I enjoyed your guest cut last week, and thanks for coming into my stream the other day. Their Jim.
You are welcome, my friend. It was fun being on it.
I thought you were gonna say something nice to me. That's the only reason why I let you.
Hello, Tony. Hello, Tony. Oh, hello, Tony.
Tony, you and I both muted. So
You're awesome, man. You're awesome.
Hey, Ed, how are you changing your backgrounds, man?
So you forgot to do it.
By a click of the mouse.
I like to know how to do that.
Well, he's actually on a green screen, Sean.
Oh, okay.
Behind me.
Now we're all sick.
Not like my stomach was already nauseous enough.
Yeah, more like a LSD flashbacks. Absolutely. Oh.
That's what we were saying about Trevor's background earlier. Those fractals, man, they take me back.
Oh yeah.
I'm tripping right now.
I was tripping out because like part of his shirt and the microphone was blending in with the background. It was amazing.
Oh, when it was green.
I've got green shirts.
Yeah, there he
inside
is.
my head.
Is that a green screen in OBS?
Yeah, both.
That's high tech right there.
Like
I'm not going through OBS.
I can't do OBS through this, and it's because I have a Mac. You have a PC, you're killing me.
Just so you guys know, my background is also done on a green screen.
Yours is in a 50
I
screen.
have two different pictures.
I have an Acer.
Excuse me, I'm talking. I use this one, and then I use one with.
You gotta buzz in, Sean.
Tony with you, he just kicks his son out of his bedroom every time it's time to chat. That's what it looks like.
I'm actually sitting on his bed.
Get out of here, Noah. This is my room.
Dad, I want to go to bed.
Bills here.
Use that one already.
I really want to go to bed. Shut up and eat your Pop-Tart bites.
Oh, hey, we actually did a review on those, Jim.
Oh, dude. Did you hear me talking about them earlier?
I did. We did a review on those Pop-Tart bites. Me and the kids, when we first started this channel, we wanted to do product reviews as well. And then we finally decided that we wanted to not do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I actually have a raw video that I never edited. We had gotten a package from Walmart when we went there. We did grocery pickup. And every once in a while, they come out with this little bag, and they're like, "Hey, here you go. It's a little bag of treats for you. Thank you for being a customer at Walmart." When you do the grocery pickup, they've given us like probably 10 of them now, right?
Hey.
Every time they have little sample packs of new shit that's coming. And the Pop-Tarts were in there. The Pop-Tart bites. So we did, it was me and Noah and my other son, Owen. And we did this little review thing. And it was like 4 products in there. I thought those things sucked.
What?
Oh, they were horrible, dude.
Oh no, they're
It was like a
fantastic.
piece of chalk with a
Did
little.
you eat them raw?
Regular Pop Tarts.
Jelly duck in the house.
Jelly Duck, how you doing, man?
Hi. Hi, everyone. And I just woke up at
recycled dude.
Recycled dude.
6 a.m.
Ahmed.
6 a.m. in Kuwait.
Yes.
How you doing, Recycled dude?
Quick question for you, Jim.
Sure, ask away, man.
Is this the most people you've ever had? Because excluding you, we have about 14 or 15 people on here now.
It's 16 with the host. I think 17's the record, isn't it, Jim?
Actually, I think 16 was a record. I think we just passed it. That's awesome.
We need one more, don't we? We got 16.
Oh, 16 now?
We have 16 now.
Look at Doug.
Somebody didn't take off their shoes.
Somebody's up there playing with his wiener. What's going on?
Doug's working with a new green screen.
Well, the not a great gamer and Doug doing the weenie thingy.
They're playing with their sausages.
Oh, the weenie thingy. That's
He likes the salami.
yeah, weenie. Yeah.
I still got my shoes.
We call them middle fellas down here.
I don't know if that was TMI or not,
Not a
Shauna.
great gamer.
We call the ones
He's
that
not a
half
great
that
gamer.
size. Willie, little fellas.
Buzz in, Doug.
I got a question for not a great gamer.
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry, mate. Look, everyone's all good, but I don't bat for that team.
Liar, David says.
I was waiting for a giddy laugh on that one.
All right, on that note,
There's
we gotta
the
wake up
original.
early. I'm out of here.
All right, Ed. Hey, thanks
Okay, take care, Ed.
thanks for being here, bud. I'll let you know.
Oh, I just want to say one thing to you, Ed. You know, we just said we have 16 people, which we tied the record. So if one more person jumps on with break, you got a lot of balls jumping off right now.
Yeah, do it for the team. The gym team.
Dude, you're up late. You're going to be up for another 2 hours. What are you talking about?
2 or 3 people.
You know what time it is here, and I'm not even in bed
I'm
yet.
gonna join you, Ed.
All right, Ed. Have a good night.
Yeah,
See ya.
Ed, Doug, you guys both have a great night, man. Ed,
Have a good night.
Ed, I will be contacting you soon, let you know, dude.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Doug, you be good, man.
It's after 1 o'clock in the morning here.
1 o'clock in the
Ed.
morning. Oh yeah, you're way east.
Yes, I'm way east. I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
Shauna, are you?
Nova Scotia,
No, Newfoundland.
Newfoundland, even further.
Yeah, but we're close to Nova Scotia. It's only a 6-hour boat ride from Nova Scotia to here.
What time zone are you in?
I'm not sure. I want to know
International.
International, I believe.
She's in international waters time zone.
Yeah, 6 hours from Nova. Wow. That is,
Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
If you fly, it's a 2-hour flight. If you fly,
How long does it take to swim?
I don't know.
Huh.
I haven't attempted that yet.
Wait to swim.
If you were Forrest Gump, how long would it take you to walk it?
Run, Forrest, run.
Shauna,
Forrest would definitely be running, not walking.
Shauna, do you know Recycle Dude?
No.
Well, he's here. You should say hi to him.
yeah, he's awesome.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up, Recycle Dude?
Ed,
I love
Ed
recycled.
wants
What's up,
Nice
Recycle?
to meet you.
want to say good night to Ed.
This is like the Hollywood Squares on steroids here.
It really is. And unfortunately, I'm in the middle as well, kind of the middle right now. I'm sharing it with Stacy, but that makes me Louis Anderson, which really pisses me off.
No, it's quite fitting.
Because he's fatter than me, and I'm funnier than him. So.
I'm just thankful I don't have a giant wiener next to my head.
Aren't we all?
Hey, you know what? A man can
Hang in there.
dream.
Hey, hang in up there, brother. Hang in up there.
I'm enjoying it.
We got the Nora twins on the corner up in the top.
Just don't let that wiener drop on the person down below.
I'm the only Canadians. I'm the only girl. So.
What do you mean the Nora twins?
Are you Nora? I think Shauna's real name is Nora. I'm convinced.
No, my real name is not Nora.
Penny.
Sorry. No, it's not. And
Swing and a miss.
Damn it. I tried. I thought it was. All right. Well, we're going to start calling you Shauna then, Nora. So that way it's the Shauna twins. Does that work?
Shauna is my real name.
I just said that.
Pay attention.
Easy. It's been a long weekend for this guy, you know.
And hey, Tim Timmons, once you're in your apartment, absolutely like to have you up here, bud.
Come on up.
Oh my God.
Somebody had to stop it. Beautiful Disaster, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
So, has anybody asked you about your hat tonight, Jim?
No one has asked me about my hat tonight.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
I noticed.
Beautiful thing.
I didn't know.
Most of you will know that I'm a staunch Second Amendment advocate.
Thank you for wielding your power, sir.
Jesse and I are both vets. Is anybody else vets in here? No? Okay.
I'm a cook.
Much for that conversation.
Okay. Well, there's a brick shit house. Thanks for.
I was going to say, does it count that not a great gamer walks dogs? Is that?
I'm a cook. But...
Oh, that's close to being a vet.
Thank you too for your service to our country, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're real close.
Pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you very much.
You have 2 vets on the panel. That's cool.
That is.
I don't know if I count.
Second.
What do you mean if you count?
Well, it is my
I
panel.
don't have
Yeah.
much time. I need to go. So, hey, take care, everyone.
Hey, take care, Ahmed. We'll see you, buddy. Thanks for
Good day, Jelly Duck.
We'll catch you in a moment.
Hello.
thanks for jumping on, man.
Bye, everyone.
I have a 4-year bachelor degree in cooking, so.
Oh, cool. You know what we were talking about, though, right, Shauna? Military
Yeah.
service. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's very, very similar. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Coughlin, you can jump on. Everyone's welcome to jump on.
We had cooks
Who's
for the
asking?
service too.
The 2 best things I ever learned to cook was rice and grilled cheese.
I wish I could take my 5 favorite people, Mike and Kramer, Mike, aka the Creator Spotlight Show, View This, David the Producer, and you, Jim, and create the ultimate YouTuber sandwich.
Oh, I don't want to be on that list now.
Try.
I was almost offended you didn't list me until you finished your sentence there.
The gas station TV, so would Stacey Morgan.
I'm thinking there's a certain amount of comfort in being excluded from that list.
Unless you really like sandwiches.
If I'm going to be part of this sandwich, I want to be the crust because nothing's going up my rear end.
That's not what we heard earlier.
So you're a giver.
Yeah.
You're a giver, not a receiver. Is that what I'm hearing? Not a great gamer.
I don't want to be
say is don't knock it till you've tried it.
It's tough. I like sandwiches a lot too. I'm just not so much into the mayonnaise. You know what I'm saying?
Tony,
How much?
try cooking
Liar.
Algerian food. Try cooking couscous and
Conqueror, how you doing, buddy?
I have enough trouble with American food. If that's even a thing.
I'm not a great gamer. I was meaning to ask you.
Oh my lord.
Oh, here we go.
Is hard salami a sausage?
Is what a salami? Heinz salami.
Hard salami.
Is that a sausage?
I don't know because is salami a sausage? It is, but it isn't.
They are sausages.
Yeah, quick. Somebody duck go
Was
it.
the question for you, sir, or was it for I?
No, that was for you. I have no idea. It's just a thought that popped in my head.
I'd say anything these days that's kind of processed meat that's chucked in some kind of skins classified as a sausage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Answer that question, yes, it is.
There you go. From the professional cook.
Yep.
As a German,
So now we both know.
all our metwursts and products like that as generically as sausages.
So that means hot dogs.
And the hot
Smoked
dogs
meat,
and the
yes.
Italians and the French, they all have their variations. as sausages.
I would think any
considered a
any meat product stuffed into a skin of sorts, elongated
tubed
would
meat.
tubed
Yes.
meat would be classified as sausage.
So Slim
Even,
It
even
does
if it's
classify
air dried and hanging.
I don't think
Well,
Slim
wait a
Jims are
minute.
a skin. I think they're just compressed.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Do they have
Tube-
skins?
Did you say tubes of meat?
Well,
Wait a minute.
I'll say it slower. Hold on.
Think
Be down
about
your
it.
pants.
I need to take David, the producer,
wait.
from all you guys. Can need him to produce my sleep here. So David, if you can come over and help me go to sleep, that'd be great. If not, I'll see you guys again next
Good night,
time.
Angel.
Hi, Angel.
Early
Night, Angel.
in Arizona, so it's getting late on my end. So I'll see you all later. And David.
later here, but
Bye.
Okay, well,
Angel,
hey,
have you just jumped on a dog?
he's gone.
Good
Well,
night, Angel. Good
Angel,
night.
yeah, good night, Angel.
Love you,
Thanks,
Angel.
thanks,
Night, Angel.
thanks for being
So
up.
can I finish my thought here?
Yeah, go ahead, Jess.
Okay, so we're talking about tubes of meat, right?
Now, why does
So-
everyone laugh?
So, isn't that what we are? Aren't we all sausages? Because that's basically what we are. We're just tubes.
Yeah, we are meat bags. You're right.
You know, I mean, if you got rid of our legs and our arms, we'd just be an opening where food goes in and an opening where food goes out, and we're just tubes of meat.
That's true. That's true.
We're all sausages.
It does. You're right, recycled, dude.
Boy, I have 16
Far
answers,
out,
man. None of them are good.
I'd just like to say that I was glad to be here the night that Angel gave that nice goodbye to David.
Right.
Can't we just add that to the list?
Yeah, no.
Whew.
That's good. We're gonna add that to the reel, man.
Yeah, I know. Oh, don't
It's
you
gotta be
even
real
think about it. You know what? Shut up, Tony.
Well,
I know what you're thinking, and I don't want to hear it.
You'll be in the Angel Goodbyes video, and you'll also be in the Angel and David video.
I thought he was going to ask him to puff up.
You'd probably be in Angel's joke videos too.
Mm. There's always that possibility.
You never know what Angel's gonna ask or say.
Hey, if I end up like in a hole dug up at somewhere in Arizona, you guys, this is proof right here, right? All right.
Hey, listen. In all seriousness, though,
I love Angel.
I love Angel. He's awesome.
He is.
He's hilarious.
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He takes.
Coughlin,
Go ahead.
I actually
Go ahead,
think
Trevor.
that I think that R. Coughlin reckons is the Earth flat or is it sausage? I reckon it's a pickle. It's just a pickle floating in outer space.
my vote is round. If we were flat, we would just fall out the base of
I
the
think it's just a giant pickle.
well, you have your theory and I have my theory.
Well, actually, if we was flat, we would not just fall off of the face of the Earth because all mass has gravity. Therefore, it would be scientifically impossible to do so.
Here we go.
We're already.
Boom.
Okay.
Boom.
If the Earth was flat, there wouldn't be
Mass-
no
Mass
gravity.
conversion. The moon is less than a sixth equivalent the mass of the Earth, but you can still jump as hard as you can and not take off of the moon. Therefore, if the moon was flat, you'd still not be able to take off of that. So please explain to me how you do it on Earth.
There would be no gravitational pull if the Earth was flat.
There would be gravitational pull because all mass has gravitational pull. The rotation adds pull. The rotation adds pull and it strengthens our magnetic field. I'm not saying this to belittle you. I'm just saying if the Earth was flat, we wouldn't fall off the edge of it. Unless it was very, very, very tiny. Like if you've ever seen Thor Ragnarok at the end when Asgard gets destroyed and the dog gets thrown off at the end.
Yeah, then everybody just gets one toe on it, which would really suck.
There wouldn't be no mass either, so
Since the Earth is already floating around in space, where would you fall to?
I don't know. I keep asking that of the Aussies. How do they stay on? How do you guys stay on?
We all fall to Toledo.
We just have very strong grip on our toes.
There you go.
Toes.
The truth is,
I'm
we're
so
constantly.
I'm so redneck. I used to be able to throw stones further than I could with my hands.
So is this Science with Gamer? Is this a new segment?
No, this is called the autism in gamer coming out of him.
And the good news is, if you hang out with them for 4 years on Jim's stream, you'll get a bachelor's degree in science.
You will.
And I think the science is with gamer is so much
Mechanical engineering.
It wouldn't be a bachelor's in science. It'd be a bachelor's in bullshit.
I got a bachelor in cooking, but that's a person.
I don't advertise, but yeah, there is an educational series that you can actually walk away with some paper. It's going to come from your printer, but yeah, but you will walk away with a degree of some sort. How's that?
That's yeah.
How's that for value? Value
I'm
proposition.
pretty sure if we put up with Gamer for 4 fucking years and hang out with him, the least he could do is print us a certificate and send it to
At
us.
least.
Exactly.
At least.
And it will have sausages on it.
It would have. It would definitely have sausages on it.
Roger Banfield was my instructor when I was taking my 4 years.
I know that guy.
So you do.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, yeah.
No, Roger.
Did you guys answer? Who
Why
was
am I
it?
hearing crickets?
Our Conklin Art about coming up. Oh, there it is.
Why am I
Hello,
hearing
Bashful.
crickets?
Ooh.
I heard
Hello, Bashful Roundtable. How you doing?
I think I found it.
What'd you find?
Sorry. I'm trying to find background music for the video I'm editing. I think I found it.
I hear crickets.
Sweet.
Crickets?
I'm just saying, Captain Encinial is definitely copyrighted. Can't use it.
How easy is it to record your own like music for videos? For example, I was thinking of getting my bass out and doing some like bass lines.
Mhm.
Like just for a 10-second clip. Is that easy to do? Can you just record it through your mic?
Yeah.
Gamer, if you can record like a 15-second clip of you playing that little fucking trumpet of yours, I will loop that and use it in background music on my videos. I would fucking hilarious.
Hey, I will do that for you.
But to answer your question, Not a Great Gamer, you're going to have a good mic on that amp, and you can absolutely do it.
Sure you can.
Awesome.
He knows the answer to this. He's been playing for a long time.
I know it.
I don't know the answer. No, I stopped playing back when I started. I'm going to sound like an old man. This was like over a decade ago, and back then it was still big rigs where you had like the 4x10s and a 1x15, and then your amp on top. These days, it's all... Excuse me, madam. Every bloody time I talk, every bloody time, anything I say,
Try not to interrupt there, Shauna. Go ahead.
I'll remember that, Shauna. Next time you talk, woman, I'm just going to start. Right. Now I've got to start all over again. So listen to this boring story all over again. Right. Over a decade ago, no, I'm joking. Long story short, nowadays these instrumentalists take like these little tiny amps out, which are tiny little combis, which are like 1x12 with the amp built in and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount of power that these things are punching out, I was completely naive about it until I went into a music shop the other week to see my bass necks warped. I wanted to like see what they could do, and all of the big 4x10s, they're near enough all gone. It's all these little tiny combi amps now. Times have changed. I know nothing about modern music, nothing about modern recording. Back when I used to do it, you could still record on like a freaking 8-track, or you used to put a microphone in front of your amps and record it onto a CD.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you used to do it.
You can also
do bass direct, by the way. Now,
yeah,
you don't even do anything else other than direct.
Yep, DI straight into a mixer. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Jim, Beautiful Disaster has a question for you.
Oh, he does. videocallin, what was the post title? You said other YouTuber opinions. Like, does that mean a different platform for you? Other YouTube options. Opinions.
Or that
Jesus.
word.
Yeah, or that
was
one.
a big word. That was a big one.
I know it. YouTube alternatives is why I got confused on that. The tail end of my title tonight is YouTube alternatives, and that's where we kind of started. I wanted to hear from my guests if they knew of any YouTube alternatives, and if those alternatives were even worth their weight, their salt.
There's one called The Library. Has anybody checked that out yet?
I have.
Yeah, David turned me on to that one.
Yeah.
How was it?
It's almost like a BitTorrent where you have to have a specific app for it. So I'm not a big fan of it yet until they go a little bit more mainstream. But you can do live and you can do curated content, and they will never take you down no matter what kind of content that you put up. They're total freedom of speech.
Don't forget MySpace. That's the best.
Oh yeah, MySpace too. Sorry.
You know what killed MySpace? Fucking animated GIFs. I'm dead serious. When people learned that they could post those on those stupid ass walls, man, that's all you saw.
Yeah.
God, it was a.
This.
How much?
John got merged for.
Whose merch is that?
John from Inspired John.
Oh, from 2020?
Yeah.
Cool.
I just noticed it on Instagram that time.
That fit right into the conversation.
Sure did. Where was I, by the way? Oh.
Obviously, you're talking about shirts.
Yeah. And I also, I've checked out BitChute and BitTubers.
How are those?
BitChute doesn't allow live streaming yet, which for me was a deal breaker. The
non-starter.
Yeah, BitTubers seemed like it was going in the right direction. It looks like a kind of a mix-up between Twitter and YouTube.
Okay.
Problem is, the name sucks balls. Nobody's going to remember BitTubers. It's just going to fall by the wayside. And then what? Trevor, what did we talk about earlier? The other alternative, or was it Trevor that brought that up with the horizontal video?
Someone else did.
Yeah. I can't remember. Can't even remember what it's supposed to be. The YouTube killer, and they thought that vertical video was the wave of the future, which was totally tone deaf. I don't know, man. I just wanted an alternative.
There isn't one right now. I mean, look at the critical mass that you have right now on YouTube. There's no way you can even get anywhere near that right now. That's the problem.
I know.
You know, 2019 for me has been a roller coaster.
I thought it was a train ride.
Well, exactly. Exactly. It's been a train ride
They both use tracks.
because end of last year I didn't have I never did a live stream. I never did all this. The whole 2019 I've been basically everywhere. Almost every channel you're on, I'm there. And what hurts me is seeing people giving up. I mean, why would you want to get off YouTube? And basically, that you're just giving up the white flag.
Well, it's true, but
I mean, I understand. They're doing this and this. I got word a few days ago with the newest thing that they came out, but I'm just like, we just gotta be strong. We're all on this together.
You're right, man, and it sucks when you see somebody leave. But sometimes there's people that you're like, why doesn't that guy leave?
That's true too. Yeah.
There's a lot of channels on this platform, and I'm being serious. There's a lot of channels on this platform that you're like, I don't get it, and it's because that's the one of the problems with YouTube right now is that half the channels on this platform are clogged with people who aren't making content, and they're just throwing crap against the wall, and they think that they're going to make money on this. I don't know how they think that, but they do, and that's really a big part of the problem. So yes, you're right. With as many people that end up saying,
There's days I think I'm quitting myself.
Excuse me, it sucks. There's also a lot of people though that we all look at, I think, and say, this guy, why? You know what I mean? Why? So it's tough though, but I don't know.
I think no matter what, YouTube is always probably the number one streaming service.
Yeah, probably.
No matter what, I think so.
Yeah, but do you guys agree that they're shooting themselves in the foot? I mean, they've already come out and said, hey, we're going to start feeding more what they would call legitimate content from creators, which is a subjective opinion.
What does that mean?
That's a very subjective opinion.
It is. Well, what they're doing is they're filtering like news sources, for example, And I have to think that also spills over to the entertainment world, seeing how my damn recommended feed, I've got people I don't give two shits about, like Jimmy Kimmel and that sort of thing. I don't want to watch those videos. I want to see some real content creators. It's YouTube. It's not fucking Alphabet Soup Tube. Because if they want to serve television stations, then become, and I'm going back on that rant again, become Netflix. Go ahead and be a Hulu. I don't give two craps, but if you're going to call yourself YouTube and start out on a creator platform, stop feeding me this garbage that I can watch on broadcast television.
YouTube recommends
Off my soapbox. Sorry.
YouTube recommends what you've been watching, so don't try to bullshit us and into thinking that you're not a Jimmy Kimmel fan. All right?
I know.
They're gonna push those, super viral channels before they push I wouldn't say smaller, but even the smaller, bigger YouTubers, right? They used to not do that.
Yeah.
And now
they're just pushing their agenda.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it's follow the money. It's totally follow the money. Mm-hmm.
It always will be.
Yep. Yep. And I hate it. I'm pissed off about it.
Those advertisers spend that money with YouTube, which lets us be on here for free, sort of. Let me rephrase that. Lets us be on here not having to pay. Freedom is another thing.
Yeah.
So so that's, and yet they want to. I'm not interested in a lot of things that I get, and I get I watch certain news on my TV. I don't need to watch it on my, on my screen, unless of course I miss something I want to watch. But that's because I choose to at that time. So yeah, I'm constantly not interested.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way,
if you do that, after a while they quit messing with you so much. You don't get as much. Eventually, you only start getting the stuff you like.
Yeah, and that was partly one of the points I tried to make on that show as well. As most people don't know, there is a dot menu on every video, and you have the choice to choose not interested, and they'll dump it off of there. And that's
Right.
the only voice we have.
We have that power to not watch what they tell you to watch.
Yep.
Which is every day I come on here and I get stuff that I don't want to watch, and I just not interested. Maybe it's interesting. I'll watch it. I may not like it.
Mm-hmm.
But then that's another problem. If you watch something, next thing you know, you're going to get a lot of that same content.
It's the algorithm, man.
It's
so it makes it tough for small channels like all of us to be seen. That's why I do what I do. For that exact reason.
It does suck that they are getting. I saw somebody in the chat say that YouTube's getting rid of the messaging. The YouTube messaging part.
Next month.
They are getting rid of it, though.
Yes,
I
they
use
are.
that once in a while.
Yeah, I've used it.
I think I've used it once. I was surprised I had it. Where'd that come from?
That really surprises me too, because what it's done is it's pushed a lot of people that I know over to like the Discords and that sort of thing. It seems self-defeating. If they want to keep people on the platform and they're going to push people off, that seems like a bad move on YouTube's part, from my perspective.
They've already started to change it, so you can't request new people now. You can't connect with anyone new from here on out. They've already taken that away.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, which screws me because I got people sending me videos and I can't connect with them for them to send me a video. So they're already sending me off the platform because now I'm telling people upload the video unlisted, shoot me a DM on Twitter with the link. You know what I mean? So they're already sending me off platform for that. And that's just the beginning. Once they take it away, then we're all going to be hanging out somewhere else and just coming over here when we're doing something like this.
Yeah.
It's really dumb.
It's another bonehead move. I mean, they're fixing a problem that didn't exist, and now they're actually creating another one. I just don't get people.
I actually like what you said before. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right.
And I really really like that model that you've been saying. I watch your shows, so.
I wasn't going to call you out, Nora.
Darlene says, good news. In about 8 months, YouTube will only have live stream channels, so you're going to survive. It's good, Jim. Good news. We're all screwed, but good.
I wonder if that is actually good news. It might be good news for me, but I'd hate to see that.
But I guess that would depend on how much they actually would allow you to have your free channel.
Yeah.
Going live. There may be a cost to it.
Right.
Well, I mean,
Not necessarily money, but there may be a cost to it.
I know they for sure will never get rid of live stream channels because they get the super chats, they get a huge percent of that.
Oh yeah.
You know they
Not
definitely
with Jim around.
Yeah, they get a percentage of the super chats, but only on certain channels are they really making any money on that. If you think of it in the logic of, and I'm going to steal this from, I learned this from the two gentlemen on my screen that are on my left and right, but they're not the same up there, but it's Jim and Mike, Video Calling Show and Creative Spotlight Show. This is where I learned this, that, one of the problems that they're having right now is Recycle Dude, if you put out a 10-minute video, you can put one at the beginning, one at the middle, one at the end, or whatever you can put, right? So it's 3 ads that are going to hit. If you do a 4-hour live stream, I see 1 ad when I jump in your live stream. If I'm there all 4 hours, I don't see a second ad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The only ad is right in the beginning.
So that's one of the problems they're having with live stream right now is they're not making any enough money on them because, I was looking this morning. I saw a guy that was streaming last night. I jumped on his panel for a while. I got on this morning, and the guy was still on. He ended up going for 11 hours and 55 minutes. He's not monetized, but if he was, that's 1 ad. If you were there for, if you stay connected for 12 hours. So that's I hear what you're saying about the super chats, dude, and that is going to keep it alive. But that's what they're trying to change. And someone who was saying, I think it was Sharni, said that she saw a thing. I've yet to see this, and I go to a lot of live streams, but it could be like a test with just certain people. But when you're in the live stream for so long, a thing comes up in the corner of the screen and it says ad in 5, 4, 3, and they just jump an ad in the middle of the stream on you, and then you.
I've never seen that.
That's what she said. She said she just saw that recently.
That was my idea. Yeah, we were talking about. I said that's what I see in the future is that they would, that you would stream for so long because all of that they keep all of that somewhere. It goes in the servers that that people think they're just live streaming for 12 hours, but YouTube saves all of that somewhere. They've got like servers like buildings as big as football fields with computers. And that that all of this stuff does take money, and that's what I thought that maybe as long as you're on the like if you live stream for so long, maybe every 5 or 10 minutes says like Tony, like you were saying, maybe a little thing to say, commercial coming up whenever, and you can do just like they do on TV, where you go, okay, we're gonna take a break, some commercials to play, everybody can get their coffee and take a leak, and come back on. And in some way they're allowed to like monetize on like these longer streams instead of like a 10-minute video. But it's I didn't think Shawnee says she saw it somewhere, but I haven't seen one yet. But that's just what I was thinking.
I haven't. That's what I'm saying. They might just be testing.
Everyone and their mom is jumping on and
I seen
streaming for like hours upon hours.
But it's just like with their survey they put in the studio and things like that. And they might just have a small percentage of people, and they're like, all right, these accounts we're going to test this with and see how it works out. Are they going to jump off the stream? So she could have ended up in that test line, maybe. You know what I'm saying? That's what it could be. But
that is quite possible. Yes.
Be like a random drug test.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
Well, definitely makes a good point too. You know what I mean? Not only that those that aren't monetized doing long streams, but what about all the people that are trying to get monetized that are just streaming constantly, and that's costing them money because they can't get super chats. There's no ads, and again, that's all data they have to save and compile, and you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, I've mentioned this a few times that I've been watching a lot of reaction videos, and I was wondering how these people were making money. Well, I've been reading. I decided to read their description, right, on some of these channels, and what they're doing is they're asking for a donation of $5 for a song that they want, a reaction to, and some even charge a whole lot more than that. It's incredible, but they're not monetized. They don't take any super chats. They don't do anything. And it's usually all video. There's nothing live.
Mm-hmm.
But these people are pulling in some bucks.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to our next point. It's going to be $5 every time you want to come on the show.
And it's going to be $10 every time we heard crickets. Yeah.
But yeah, I was trying to figure out how they got so many subscribers so fast.
I want to point something out before I forget. How they get so many subscribers so fast. Well, we know how they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to get monetized, getting that kind of money too.
Well, you ask for it, you know, you've got the right audience, then you'll get it. I've long said that please, people, don't super chat. don't watch my ads because I'm not going to have any. If you want to support the show, so get something for in return. You know, buy some merch, get a shirt or a coffee mug or something. Get a subscription where you know I give things away in my subscriptions as well. Well, a lot of channels do that, and you know I've done a few super chats, but nowadays if I want to support the channel, man, I'm buying merch or something. Magic Jones, I'm still a subscriber of his on Subscribestar.
And you know, Jim. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Tony. No, I was just going to ask, you know, like I know Jim, you're real adamant about like I know you're over 800.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you're saying you're never going to monetize, but you know, them placing ads, but you do know that they do run ads in front of your live streams and videos.
You've seen them?
Monetized
or when you're monetized? Yeah, I know they have the option.
Yeah, actually, even what Shauna was showing, like on 2020, yeah, that it's they'll aim in front of them too, and you won't get anything.
Right. I should also yeah, I should also clarify that never's a long time, and I don't believe I've said never. I said I will not until YouTube gets their shit together. If they can get their terms of service correct, then you know, fine, absolutely. And then they start robbing the super chats of 30%, of which I don't believe that they earn. You know, keep it down to around 10. I'd be happy, right? But 1/3, you know, yeah. All you did was supply a little bit of server space and some software to allow this to happen.
Because claim owners only take 10% from what you dig up in gold.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
there's a channel that I watch quite often called the Joe Cronin Show. They're monetized, but most of their streams before they even start, YouTube demonetizes the stream before they even start. They'll tell them right because they're so. It's very smash mouth. There's a lot of vulgarity. There's just a lot of stuff that would get you demonetized anyway. But they keep getting like, I don't know what it is. Like they're on like these 90-day deals where they go over the edge so much and they have to demonetize so many videos, they just demonetize them for 90 days or 6 months, or they keep doing this. But this guy makes a full-time living at the show. Now he's up to 65,000 subs, but it's crazy. I mean, he gets tons of super chats, but then they have other ways that you can donate too. There's like 10 different ways coming through the chat when you're on there telling you how to donate. And all through the show, he has one of these programs where like if you super chat a certain amount, there's a video that plays, and it's a wrestling show, so it's always a wrestling video or something, and it reads out the super chat and all that stuff. But where he's really clobbering it is on Patreon. Now I know you're not a fan of Patreon for very good reason, but we'll say Subscribestar. You know, I definitely see you in the future as being a guy who could definitely ride a great Subscribestar subscription service. When you know what I mean, when you start like interviewing bigger people and stuff like that, you know, I like you could really cash in on that avenue.
And yeah, that would totally be my goal, right?
Mm-hmm. What about PayPal?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hooked up with PayPal as well, so people can actually make donations. You can actually subscribe on a PayPal as well, but you don't really get anything for that. There's not levels to it. That would just be a standard subscription. I would rather people go on Subscribestar because you can set up different tiers and then give the people something, you know, for their subscription. Sometimes it's content before, you know, you publish it to the masses. Other time it's merch, that sort of thing.
For $12.99, you get Jim socks mailed directly to your door.
Are they Jim socks or Jim's socks? Or
and
there's more.
For $12 a year, you get the comfort in knowing that you're supporting the channel.
We've had really good luck, especially with the podcast, with PayPal. I'm telling you, with a one-time donation or you can still do monthly donations, even though you can't do tiered.
Right.
it's a great service, really great service for us.
That's awesome.
That's
We've
why
had
I'm
really
hooked up
good
as well.
review.
Absolutely. That would be what I would suggest as super chat, right?
Yeah.
As an alternative. Hey, Art Conklin, Art, how you doing, man?
Hey, I ain't got nothing to say. I just came up here to take up space and waste oxygen like Gamer and Manic here.
Yeah, join the crowd.
Yeah. Well, feel free not to say anything if you don't want to.
Hey, it seems like YouTube's like the capitalist model here, where the big corporations get subsidies and little guys get nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the little guys should be free to advertise. We ought to be able to. They ought to have a site where we can go and petition advertisers to advertise on us.
Yes, yes. And did you see the conversation that Andrew from Pusha Studios and I had about maybe a leap forward where you get a little skin in the game and kind of prove yourself without being in competition with one another?
Name dropper.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm kidding you, Jim.
But that has legs as far as I'm concerned, because that would show that at least you're serious about it. And it would keep those people who are live streaming themselves sleeping just to get hours out of the game, really. So
that changer's lurking right now in the chat.
Who is?
Can I?
He's probably lurking. So if you just call out 2 letters, Jim, we'll see if he's lurking.
Say 3 times, he might come on the panel.
He could be just listening. Then you never know.
Recycle Dude, you had something to say, bud?
Oh, nothing major. I never do this, but I was just looking because, like, I've been stuck at this little tiny spot for the last month, up and down. But I'm actually 10 away from 2,600. I was looking at that, but you know.
Oh, sweet.
Nice, man.
Sweet.
Well, anybody,
I don't have a wheel, but I am more than happy to have people go check out anybody in my chat or anything. And if it's content you dig, by all means, man, by all means, subscribe. If it's not, don't. If you guys, if those people who are watching after this is processed, if this isn't content you dig, don't subscribe. Seriously.
Right. I just wanted to point something out before I forget. I gotta sound just like Recycle did now. I'm gonna promote myself. Tomorrow morning. Oh, it should be tomorrow morning. I don't know. It depends on how much I get done once I get off here. My new video. We try to put them on Monday mornings now. Is what we're trying to do. Our new video is coming out, and Jim, you're in the video. So I want to let you know that.
Is it my open?
It's your open tomorrow.
Sweet.
Yeah, and David, the producer, I want you to know I gave you a quick nod in a video that's coming out on someone else's channel. I'm not going to tell you what I said, but I think you'll laugh. So when you see the Shape put up his 4,000 subscriber special,
no!
If you watch it, look for this guy. All right?
Oh no! Great.
Yeah.
I love the Shape, and thanks to you, I would have never even known who the Shape was. So you turned us on to the Shape. He's awesome.
I give you a nod. You'll hear it. It's funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love the Shape.
Tony, I'll follow up on that plug, man. Tony has let us in on a lot of YouTubers we wouldn't normally have found. Shape being one of them. Another one that comes off top of my head is Stacking Stormtrooper. Come on, there are more. I'm just not thinking straight about
I
it.
introduced all you guys to Pusha Studios.
Yeah. Yeah, you're that guy.
But listen,
I don't know if I just did one last week about smoking and grilling with AB. That guy's awesome.
I haven't seen that one yet.
That guy has an amazing
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Well, you gotta go look at my videos and then you'll find some new people to watch.
True. Go ahead, Nora.
Sorry. I can't talk.
That's okay.
I was just gonna say I like it how you, Tony, and your son tag team in these videos, and I just counted on the last one.
Yeah, exactly. I cut my comments. Yeah, exactly. There's been a lot of people. You look at, we did Rake It, God the Good One, Cap 7. We did Ant, who is a massive Roblox player. He's a gaming channel. We did Ants Canada, which is a really cool channel that runs farms and farms of ants, and it's really, really cool. Reyes the entrepreneur. That guy's awesome. He's always he if you wanna see if a like when you see all these things like the delivery services, all the way to like from the food ones to Postmates to the rechargeable scooters, anything you can think of. This guy's probably done it, and if he hasn't, he's gonna do it. And if you reach out to him on Instagram and say, "Hey, I want you to check out this service and see how it is," he'll do it, and he makes videos about it and everything. Like he's an entrepreneur, so he constantly is telling you what works and what doesn't work, what works and what doesn't work. He started out doing T-shirts, and he started doing vending. Now he's doing everything, man. So that's a really cool ass channel too. There's just a lot of cool people out there, man. You know, I mean, Magic Jones. I love Magic Jones, man. Love that guy.
Magic Jones is awesome.
Yes.
You know, so that, you know,
He doesn't get near the traffic that he deserves.
No, not at all.
Not near.
Well, you know what? We're music geeks. You know, the few of us out here are music geeks. But sitting there watching him break down a song, I can sit there for literally 2 hours and just hang out there.
Yep.
He's awesome.
Me too.
One of those songs that he did about a few weeks ago are still stuck in my head.
You should listen to his entire catalog. It's fantastic. It really
great
is.
musician.
Yeah. And you know, he plays 90% of those himself. Sometimes he gets guests in and they do it.
Well, I know his video is something to do like seeing you lurk in the corner.
Yeah.
So it's that video or that song that he did.
I'll have to look at that. I've been my schedule's been so weird lately that I've been missing a lot of Magic Jones, and his schedule changed, I think, as well. And
He's midday. Yeah, he does midday stuff now.
Between both of our schedules changed. I just haven't caught much of him, whatever. But I absolutely love Magic Jones. He's a great guy. He's real good.
I've sat there and watched them create for 2 hours at a time, and really didn't get any further than just a couple beats, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes he just gets
stretching it out and whatever he does.
He just gets, he gets bullshit with the chat and hanging out with everybody.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, he introduced us. When I say us, I mean me and I know Jim, you were there that day, and some other people to Josephine DeSmet.
Yeah.
She's awesome. Yeah. So, he's she's like I call her the female MJ. Because she's like the female version of Magic Jones, She's
yeah.
What is she in the Netherlands?
I'm not sure, but she definitely puts together songs from scratch. And listen, guys, it's we've been on for about 2.5 hours. I think I'm going to shut her down. But getting back to talking about what we do and what we got coming up, like you were talking about, Tony, your next release. I'd like to give you all the opportunity to tell us exactly what you've got coming up next, if you'd like to, and we'll start up in the upper left. Mike, what's next for the Creator Spotlight Show and or John 2020?
Oh, John 2020. I mean, it's real. If I know everybody thinks it's a joke, but anybody that's interested in it, we're gonna do something different. It's like a Build-A-Bear kind of build a candidate, and then we're gonna run a campaign. Just like every other campaign, and we're gonna do things different, shake things up, not raise any money, use social media, and just put the idea in like kids' heads, that are the next generation coming up, that they don't have to raise $1 billion apiece to run a campaign.
Very cool. I'll be watching that closely.
Cool deal.
Shauna, what do you got coming up? Anything?
I uploaded a video earlier today.
Oh, very good. Very good. You guys want to go check that out? Check it out?
I may upload one tomorrow. I don't know yet. I don't know.
Cool. Remember, consistency's key. Trevor, what do you got coming up, my man?
I just got to get my videos together and start posting them, and then start doing a regular live stream where I will be starting to do live streams of doing art, and on a regular basis, and doing like small art projects that you get and review them from different shops, based aiming at the 12-year-old and upwards as well, on one of my segments. So it'll be covering a broad range of audience from all age groups.
Awesome. I love the overhead camera, man. It's gonna look good. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm getting it all together now.
Awesome. Well, Tony, you just told us if you want to say anything else about what's coming up next.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
No.
So yeah, tomorrow I've got a video coming up, and then we've got some great ones scheduled coming up in the future. I just want to let everybody know, if you have a channel and you know what your niche is and you want to make a video, go to my page. The pinned video on my page will tell you, make a video, upload it unlisted, send me a link, and we'll use it. You'll see the last few videos. Tomorrow's will have Jim on it. I'm asking people just make an opening, introduce yourself, what's your channel about, and then say you're watching Viewed This, so go check that out. Other than that, yeah, just some cool stuff. We got some good stuff on the horizon. I got a really cool one coming that's gonna be a lot of fun, so I don't want to say anymore.
Well, I can't wait to see if my opening even worked.
It worked as good as I can do with it, but yes, it worked very well, Jim.
Cool, dude. Thanks.
Editing software, but yeah, I think it still worked out awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. Stacy, what's going on in your world, man?
Right now, just till the end of September, I'm still babysitting Dave the Bastard, going to Canada's Wonderland, and I have 3 other YouTubers for him to collab with. Viewed This, I'm going to do a little thing for you, what you're just talking about, a little video.
Ooh.
Maybe you'll use it. And right now, with my channel, I'm just trying to connect with a few YouTubers so I can fill up this wall. And hopefully I'm going to turn some heads. And Dave, producer, can I throw you on the wall?
Yeah, would love it. Are you kidding me?
Awesome.
It's an honor.
Cool. Okay, so just
absolutely an honor.
Try to follow this wall and pay attention to the names. Everybody.
Roger that, my friend. Roger that. Thanks so much. Not a great gamer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What do you got going on, man?
Viaduct, Stevie Wonder, Pistachio Nuts, Marble Archways, sausages.
Are all these future guests? You should interview a sausage, man. That would be awesome.
Oh, God.
One-legged camel on a roller coaster.
And the other leg up in the air.
No. Well, that's impossible. It's only got one leg.
Hey, excuse me.
Very true.
Hey, Jim, you're
Yeah.
getting rated, by the way. You're getting rated.
Oh, Haunted Trucker Pantiera raid? Wow.
Nice, guys.
Very cool. Thanks for the raid,
Did
guys.
somebody say panty raid?
Yeah, it's a panty raid. Haunted Trucking Panty Raid.
That's awesome. And me with no panties.
Man, I know.
Naughty girl.
Well, wait.
Rare.
No panties on. That's cool. Thank you very much, Haunted Trucking. All right, David, producer, what's new in your and Juliet's world?
Well, I'm not going to take this time to promote our channel, but to promote the Creator Spotlight show with Mike, because he was so kind enough to have us on Saturday, and you got to go check out his channel.
Cool. Was that a live stream? So that's in the book?
Yeah. He was so kind enough to have us on. It was very cool. We had a blast on Saturday.
Fantastic.
Since David's being so modest, he also released his first video this week, and it was awesome. I got about 5 minutes left to watch, and I'll comment on it. But David put out his first video. Don't be so modest, you bastard.
Cool.
No, don't believe me. I have enough viewers to fill a thimble.
Well, I've only been on the back on the grid for a few hours, so I'm gonna have to go and check that out later. That's awesome.
I actually did my morning show this morning. I talked about your video again, David.
Oh, very kind of you.
Sweet.
No, it was awesome.
Can't wait to see it. How about you, Andrew? Gas Station TV. What's going on? What's coming up?
Well, I just uploaded a video of me getting hit in the nuts, and I'm hoping tomorrow that I'm gonna make my Viewed This intro in the morning. I've got this. I've been trying to get my lungs up to do a nice little vape intro, kind of like he does, but I just keep on hacking up a lung. But I'm probably just gonna use that as the cut, like. You're watching Viewed This.
That was you
That'd be
getting
good.
hit in the nuts?
Yeah.
I
Oh
never
yeah.
saw you on the
Yeah.
phone. That's even better now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw that come across as a notification, man. I hope the swelling's down.
I've been icing them up all night when I've been sitting here, man. So.
Well, I hope it was some frozen peas or something as poetic. How about you, Art Conklin? Art, what do you got coming up? Anything special?
Oh, I just do painting. Throw up some high-speed painting videos and things like that. But I don't really want any new subscribers because then I got to block these people stalking me.
Oh man, oh man, that's a problem. I hope I don't have. But I love time lapse shit, so I'm gonna go check that out. Nora,
Some of them are good.
yeah, sweet. And plus, I'm an artist, so I dig that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
How about you, Nora? What's coming up in your world?
New videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do a lot of real fanning content. My goal is to get a train every day. If I don't get a train one day, I make up for the next day. That's pretty much it here.
Awesome, fantastic. How about you, Recycle Dude?
Man, I got so many things. We need 2 hours. No, just kidding. No, just the normal, my kamikaze karaoke. For those who don't know, you pick a song, I sing it, all that stuff. Obviously, my podcasts. Dave the Producer is my first one. I got 3 more that I'm going to be uploading. So check that out. Tons of more regular videos and live streams. Oh, one more important thing, though, real quick.
Sure.
I just got unlimited data on my phone. So I'm going to do something that I haven't done in 2 years, and I'm going to be on location streaming, like locations and exploring and different things like that. So.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I love that kamikaze karaoke. I lurk there a lot. And don't say anything.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
No problem, dude. No problem. Toledo Jess, you want to talk about your minimal content, or you want to talk about Ed's show?
Well, no. Well, I talk about Ed's show.
What's
I have minimal content?
What's in the wings?
Well, our Tuesday night hangout live, Tuesday nights at 8:00, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And this coming weekend, we have in Ohio at the Swank property, the GPA lease, we got Gold Rush Days happening this weekend. And if you pay attention to Ed's show, I guarantee you, without a doubt, he'll be doing some live stuff at the Gold Show, at the Gold Rush Days. So
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I can make it. I'm going to do everything I can, man.
too. It's a lot of fun. The
Yeah.
kids love it.
I want to hang out with you guys again, of course.
Yeah, well, that's fun.
Yep, absolutely.
It's fun hanging out with you too.
Thanks,
and,
man.
and Nora, you're not far from Mansfield. You should make it up there. It's a good time. Teach how to pan.
Yet another reason to hang out outside, man, and be great outdoors. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Outside, beautiful property. It's the jewel of the East leases for the GPA. It's one of the better properties they have here on the East Coast. Of course, East Coast is everything east of the Mississippi. So, but other than that, that's it.
Fantastic.
And watching some more videos, of course. I might have to go in and watch some of Tony's videos.
That'd be nice.
Would that be nice?
It would be nice. Won't get called out anymore.
I might even subscribe.
But only if you enjoy that kind of content.
Only if you enjoy it.
But one thing I want to say, Jim, actually, your show brings a lot of other people in here, people that I would never look at. They come in as your guest or come in the chat room, and like you always encourage us to check them out, and I do often. Some I check out more than once, but this is a great venue for meeting new YouTubers also.
This is the only panel in town where you're going to have a presidential candidate, a psychedelic traveler, a producer, a Boston tough guy. I mean, there's everything. I'm just playing. I know you're in the mafia, Tony. Don't break my leg.
Well, thanks for those.
And you bring them in from all over the world, which is really cool too.
Well, thanks for the kind words, Jesse. That's exactly why I did this, and why I, especially the panel, because most of the panels you go to is kind of invite only. I would rather open it up, and it's so much nicer to be able to talk to people face to face. This is literally face to face, and I appreciate you noticing, man. I really do. I really do.
Yeah.
And Jim, I appreciate all the women that you have up here too. That's awesome. Thank you so much for having.
Well, no offense to you, Shawnee, but this is literally a sausage fest. If you look right over there in that row.
My screen is in the middle.
Okay, guys, I'm going to call it a night for tonight. And if you're asking me what I've got in works, one of these days I'm going to have that, because you guys have all had this guy on. One of these days I'm going to have that David producer guy on. You guys have talked so much about him, and I know he's out there somewhere. Oh, wait.
I was gonna have to try to book him a plane ticket to come visit my gas station too. You know, I felt left out. Like
I'm totally in. I can pump like the rest of them.
Is that the first time anyone's ever invited you to come visit their gas station?
And last.
Third time.
And last.
Third time. Oh, man. You got 3 up on me. But no, David, next time you're heading through Indianapolis, man, you got to stop. You and Juliet. I'd love to sit down and have a bourbon with you.
We have plans, and we'll talk soon.
Fantastic. Well, guys, thanks so much for being here tonight. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it, man.
You're the best, man.
You all, thank you. You all have a great evening, and we'll talk real soon. And of course, every one of you know, most of you have already been on one-on-one, but you're all welcome one-on-one, over and over and over. All right?
Crikey!
Yes, it works that way. All right, guys, take care. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, Jim.
Cheers.
Hi, guys.
Yes, indeed. Another panel show in the books. God, that was a fun one. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. Thank you, Drone Kings of Darwin. That was a great show. I agree, and I didn't have to do much, which is nice. My guests do it for me, and that's what this is literally all about. To give you guys a forum that allows you to do whatever you want to. If it's knock the rust off or the green off to getting live, then by all means, come on up and just have a discussion. It's all fun, and it's all for fun. So, all right, but that's going to do it for me tonight, folks. It's late. We've been at this for a little over 2.5 hours, and I will be back tomorrow evening, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, I'm live every Sunday through Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I invite all good people up whenever they want to come up, talk about whatever they want to talk about. And that includes you folks, too. You don't even have to have a YouTube account. And don't forget Friday mornings, 10 a.m. as well. So I will leave you with this thought, which I do every show. I want you to remember to treat others the way you would want to be treated. If we all did that, this world would be a fantastic place. Good night, folks. We'll see you live.